Talk, inspiration, in perspective. Express yourself. Good morning, my neighbors. City FM, your station.
It's a refreshing lifestyle.
City FM 97.3.
Every time is worship time.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is City
97.3.
The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
I know my Cordia. To Mirica. Now on Paba. On Antia. Here I dear Mama Yo. Not the Bomu Odishia. Was a metreni a catabo. Ordinary passion, my flumma. Wamama kuma shabo. Just a come for you. Intimira metiasi. When you not see, 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 when you not see.
33 after 6, Tuesday morning, September 2, 2025. It's a big day for us because all attention is on the Akwetia by-election this morning. Bernard Baidu, Solomon Asumedu racing to replace Enes Kumi, 40-year-old legislator who passed away very sadly. And then also the outcome of a petition against the former Chief Justice, as we can say it now. The president has removed her from office. It's a big day. So much is happening on the political front. And your number one breakfast show, the City Breakfast Show, will bring you all that you need to know as history unfolds. So welcome, my name is Caleb Kuda. It's an interactive show, 0549-986-996, 0549-986-996. That's where you can join us at all times. Sow your seed in the morning, and at evening let your hands not be idle, for you do not know which will succeed, whether this or that, or whether both will do equally well. Ecclesiastes 11. Businesses this morning, take advantage of opportunities that come your way. Do not say that, oh, I've tried that, it did not work, so I'm not going to try that one too. You have amazing innovations, we know. Bring it to This Is Ghana. This platform is one like no other. Let's put you out there, let's celebrate you, let's connect you to your suppliers, your new access, new opportunities. Businesses is brought to you by Access Bank. Faketwa Beji Kesia promo is in full swing. Open an account with us, save, deposit minimum 500 Ghana cedis, and you stand a chance of winning amazing surprises. This promo is running from now to September 2025. Oh, yeah, we're in September, so to the end of the month. And we are doing this together with the NLA on this Caritas Lottery platform. 0800 004400. Call this number for more details. Access Bank, absolutely more than banking. We'll bring you the news review, the newspapers, online as well, and that's supported by Fidelity. It's back, it's bigger. Fidelity Bank's Boom Reloaded promo, here to reward your savings with life-changing cash prizes. Just deposit and maintain 500 Ghana cedis. You stand a chance of winning up to 100,000 Ghana cedis. If you don't have an account, open one, save smart, earn points, and win big. Fidelity Bank is here for your journey, seeker boom style. It's a promo that's on the NLA's Caritas platform. Richard Delasky, Godfred Akotobuafo, ready to serve you the news review and share with you on what promises to be a great show Good morning, gentlemen. Welcome to Tuesday, September 2. Okay, so interesting. Godfred is in a white shirt. Sky is in a black one. Good morning, gentlemen. I'm in a multicolored African print. So it's a good day, isn't it?
Is this Ghana?
This is Ghana, absolutely.
doesn't
This
look
is
like
Calico. You know, it's Calico.
maybe right
It
in
has
Ghana.
some motives, some nice things.
Calico made in Ghana, are you sure?
Well, these days, some of them
Never-
are branded
you
made
never
in
know.
Ghana,
Yeah,
but
but
made from
Because I
somewhere.
see some ginger me and things in there.
Well.
Yeah, a lot of they didn't cancel.
So zebra and it's a very colorful one.
Ginger on the cuff.
Is it? This one?
Did they Junior?
I don't know.
Ginger on the cuff.
Oh, that's a ginger. Oh, wow. That's a good one. I didn't even notice. Yes.
Then it will pass off as
This is Ghana.
Ghana.
Yes.
Except that you will have been contracted from, what do you call it, China.
Oh, yeah. No doubt.
Never know.
No doubt. These days, things are happening. Yeah, gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you.
I hope people are
Actually, there's
registering.
nothing good about the morning.
Oh, well.
You know, I'm in black because I'm mourning the decapitation of the head of the judiciary. And I am in no doubt at all that I don't find the claim that there was due process.
You don't think justice has been done?
And that's my view.
Okay.
And it's consistent with a number of views I've expressed previously on this particular matter. So
Very well.
it's sad. It's violence to the rule of law, judicial independence in many respects. Although we will be told, and I believe that people will be right when they say the president acted in line with the provisions
Of the
or
Constitution.
as in the demands or
They follow due process.
no, as in the report of the committee. Because if they say that he should remove it, the Chief Justice is bound by it. But I would explain subsequently why. I
Okay,
believe that.
we'll get into that a bit later. But another big thing today is the Akwetia by-election, which will be unfolding later today. At some point, Samira Faye, our man who's on the ground with other colleagues, will join us with some fresh updates as well. Godfred, what do you have in front of you, please?
Purpose of the daily guide, of course, goes with Mahama makes history, sacks CJ Tokonu, photo of Justice Gertrude Tokonu, and on the front page now Chief Justice President John Mahama also on the front page. All set for Akwetia by-election today. Solomon Asumedu and Bernard Bedu, the two of them connected in a strange way. Two arrested over Soto Homowo shooting. They are on the front page of the paper.
Let me take you to the Ghanaian Times for this morning. CJ fired on grounds of stated misbehavior. She's here on the front page in her ceremonial attire. Also on the front page this morning, Ghana card positions country as continental leader in digital identity. Also on the front page, we're told that government targets on 15,000 acres of land for SFIP. This is coming from my good friend Dr. Boama Otokuno. And we're told country loses some 43 billion US dollars through illicit flows in 10 years. That's a lot of money.
The front page of the New Republic, OSP sued. Victim alleges human rights abuses, extortion in 1 billion Ghana CDNPA scandal. From rags to riches, ex-Buffer Stock CEO's lavish lifestyle under scrutiny, and Miss Yoko probe, according to this paper.
Let me take you to the Chronicle for this morning. The big story says, Educhum to MPP delegates. Vote for me and I'll make Ghana great. He's here on the front page of the newspaper. Also, executive interference in judiciary is dangerous. This is according to a lawyer. The name is Kwesi Bochwe Jr. And why Mahama has removed CJ Tokonu.
Front page of the Daybreak newspaper, gold board pricing regime opaque and unfair, according to Patrick Boama. From the Guinea conflict, 10 bags of rice, 2 cans of oil for Ghanaian refugees in Cote d'Ivoire.
I take you to the Archives newspaper. Tension escalates in Tuntukrum over Asanko Mines military development or deployment, actually, forgive me. Also on the front page, the story about the Chief Justice. It is finished. Chief Justice Tokonu falls after months of legal battle. There's a sad one here that says the 13-year-old girl dies after falling into Galamsey pit in Juaboso. May her soul rest in perfect peace. And Volta Regional Minister vows to halt cocoa smuggling in the Volta region.
Right.
He's seen here receiving some package. Let's hope that happens.
Right. Let me take you to the High Street Journal first. Will removal of Chief Justice rattle investor sentiments? How constitutionality and politics can play out is an interesting writer by Frederick Adai quoting. And Ghana remains fifth most indebted African nation in IMF debt rankings. And Sky, you know, like this one, fuel prices set to increase by 4% today. Ghanaians brace for possible hike in prices.
I told you.
That's what.
You continue.
Okay, City Newsroom. It says that Akwetia votes today to elect a new MP, and we'll get into that. The Pamakpo former CJ Tokonu can challenge removal in court. Cutting mining lease from 30 to 15 years risky for economy. This is Ashigbe speaking, and president must be stripped of power to appoint chief justice. This is Kwebu. Per diem claims against CJ highly ridiculous. Hassan Tampuli on the point of view last night. If you go to channel1newsonline.com, article 114, a danger to judicial independence. This is Kwebu speaking. And then removal of Tokonu puts Ghana in a bad league. This is Tampuli once again. High stakes in Akwetia, NPP and NDC face off in by-election. Second suspect arrested over Omanjo or more violence. Some of these have been captured in the paper. So let me go to my journal online also quickly. It has Akwetia here. It's big. And then the Chief Justice's removal is here as well. She took nothing unlawfully. This is Ayikwe Otu rubbishing grounds for CJ's removal. EC officials sought electoral materials ahead of Akwetia by-election. So there's so much on the EC's removal and then Akwetia as well. But if you go globally, helicopter teams lead Afghanistan rescue as earthquake kills more than 800 persons. So there's been an earthquake in Afghanistan. Close to 1,000 persons, people have said to have lost their lives, and 1,000 killed in Sudan landslide.
Oh dear.
So landslide in Sudan, earthquake in Afghanistan.
Together killing
Oh
about
my
2,000
lord,
people.
my lord, my lord. And Russia's Putin hails unprecedented ties with China as talks begin.
Let's
So
take off this
jump
morning.
into
I'm
the
taking
details.
to the Ghanaian Times. The big story is by Julius Yelpetet. You find that on page 13 of the Ghanaian Times. CJ fired on grounds of stated misbehavior. And the story says President John Dramani Mahama has, in accordance with Article 1469 of the 1992 Constitution, removed the Chief Justice Gertrude Araba Esaba Saki Tokonu from office with immediate effect. Now, the removal of Justice Tokonu follows the receipt of the report of the committee constituted under Article 1466 to inquire into a petition seeking her removal from office. Now, the petition was filed by a Ghanaian citizen, Daniel Ofori.
Yeah.
Now, there's a quote here that says, after considering the petition and the evidence, the committee found that the grounds of stated behavior under Article 1461 had been established and recommended her removal from office. A statement issued by the Minister for Government Communication, Felix Kwatiofosu, said, now under Article 1469, the President is enjoined to act in accordance with the committee's recommendations. Now, earlier yesterday, the five-member committee chaired by a Supreme Court Judge, Gabriel Scott Pwamang, presented to President Mahama at the presidency the report on Mr. Asari's petition. And we told that the others had been deferred on the basis of some application.
Right. Now, lawyer for the removed Chief Justice, Ayikwe Otu, says the committee ignored judiciary travel policy that was standard. Former Attorney General and Counsel for the removed Chief Justice, Gertrude Tokonu, has accused the committee that recommended her dismissal of ignoring key evidence, including the judiciary's own travel policy. He was speaking on Joy News' PM Express, where he says that the Chief Justice had done nothing wrong by requesting to go on a regular vacation in line with the entitlements. When these entitlements come, it is not for you to determine anything. You are just to determine whether you want to travel. So when you tell them that I intend to travel, my vacation it's in Arusha, Tanzania, then the officers will work on whatever is entitled to you. Okay, so more determinations here. The Pamakpo says grounds for Tokonu's removal is not frivolous. He was speaking on Point of View last night. Majority Chief Whip Roxy Nelson, the Pamakpo, has defended the removal of Chief Justice Gertrude Araba Esaba Saki Tokonu from office. Let me give you a quick quote here. It says it's absolutely incorrect for Hassan Tampule Gushewu MP and some others to suggest, however whimsical that it is, that the grounds underpinning these petitions that went before called the Article 146 Committee were whimsical and frivolous. There were no frivolities at all. Godfred?
Let me take you to Akwetia then.
Okay, cool.
Quickly.
Oh, you jump into Akwetia right away?
Because there are no other angles from my side.
Okay, there was a point about investor confidence following the removal of the Chief Justice on the High Street Journal.
The article you mentioned.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I mean, you can, if you want to.
It says, on one leg, the removal reflects adherence to constitutional mechanisms which can somewhat reassure sovereign and institutional investors of the rule of law in Ghana, a factor cherished by investors. On the other leg, it can also illustrate that Ghana's judiciary is not untouchable, even its most senior office holders, if allegations are substantiated. There is more on the High Street Journal for more on that particular one. We can now go to Akwetia.
Okay, on page 3 of the Daily Guardian, Esther Kufiedu reports that all roads lead to Akwetia as the mining constituency braces for a fiercely contested parliamentary by-election that has stirred emotions, revived old rivalries, and once again cast the spotlight on one of the country's most unpredictable constituencies. At a media briefing inside the Coalition Center yesterday, the Electoral Commission's Eastern Regional Director, John Apia Bafo, announced the EC's readiness for the exercise, indicating that his outfit had received all the voting materials for a smooth take-off. Also, a lot of security there. The IGP has ordered the deployment of over 5,000 officers, some in uniform, others in plainclothes, stationed in and around the constituency. On the ballot are two men carrying the weight of their party's hopes. The NDC has fielded Bernard Bedia Kubedu. He is presenting himself as the voice of continuity for a party already in government. The NPP Solomon Kwame Asumedu, meanwhile, has stepped forward as the heir to Kumi's legacy, pledging to complete the development projects his predecessor had promised but did not live to deliver.
Okay, let me take you to issues having to do with violence we've seen in the last few days. I've been particularly concerned about what is happening in our country, and if you go to page 2 of the Chronicle, we're told the police are doing something about the situation. So 2 arrested over Soweto violence. In a significant breakthrough, the police have arrested 2 suspects linked to the violent disturbances at Soweto over the weekend, which tragically claimed 3 lives and 49 others were told got injured as a result. Now, they are Christian Saka, here Nyevi, and Newton Adote, believed to be key players in the mayhem at the palace of the chief of Omanjo. And the story goes on to say that information available to this paper, which is the Chronicle, from the police headquarters, has it that after the incident, the special support unit, based on a tip-off, proceeded to Dansoman last stop and arrested Newton Adote at his hideout. Now, a search on him revealed 18 spent BB cartridges. Effort by the police also led to the apprehension of Christian Saka and Hianyevi. Now, the suspects and the exhibits were subsequently handed over to the Odoko Divisional Police Command for further action. Now, they should look into this matter very well. The guys are responsible. They should halt before the court and they be punished accordingly. And if there are pieces of evidence that show that there are people who hired them to do this, they must find them and equally put them before court and punish them. We cannot continue to see this misbehavior.
Now, on the Akwetia by-election still, Peace Pact collapses over NDC-NPP dispute. Abigail Arthur writes for CitiNewsroom.com that a scheduled Peace Pact meeting between the NPP and the National Democratic Congress ahead of the Akwetia by-election failed to take place on Monday, September 1, following a protest by the NPP over what it described as inadequate representation from the NDC. The meeting, organized by the National Peace Council and held at the Emmanuel Presbyterian Church in Akwetia, was intended to secure a public commitment from both major political parties to maintain peace before, during, and after the by-election.
Well, give you some stories here, unless you have an update.
No, it's just connected to Galamsey. You have something.
Yes, I have Galamsey as well.
Okay, it's okay. Okay, then do that. And then
okay, so the Hawk newspaper is reporting that one Kwadwo Pepra is doing something somewhere. So Ghana's fight against illegal mining has descended into a circus, with self-styled small-scale miners boss Kwadwo Pepra swaggering into the spotlight to other cops of the job. In a jaw-dropping audio circulating on social media, Pepra is heard declaring the expiration of the IGP Special Task Force against legal mining. In the recording, Pepra instructs miners to retrieve confiscated excavators and return to their sites, effectively signaling a return to business as usual in a sector blamed for devastating water bodies and farmlands. Meanwhile, the Ghana Police Service insists the Special Anti-Galamsey Task Force has not been disbanded, but is undergoing a mandatory rotation of personnel in line with standard operating procedures to ensure effectiveness.
And if you go back to the Archives newspaper, we're told that tension is escalating in Tuntukrum over Sanko Mines' military deployment. Now, the story says tensions in the mining community of Tuntukrum are nearing a boiling point as residents brace for what they fear could become a national crisis, barring any last-minute intervention by the government. Now, the standoff between locals and Asanko gold mines is expected to intensify tomorrow, Tuesday, September 2, this year, following reports of an impending deployment of 120 additional soldiers to the area. Now, residents accuse the company and its security collaborators of harassment, brutality, and deliberate attempt to drive our local miners from concessions that have long supported livelihoods in the town.
No, yes, go for it.
I'm staying with the Hawking Talk because there seems to be a lot happening at the state broadcaster and the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. And according to Charles McCarthy on page 6 of the Hawk newspaper, at a stormy meeting in Accra, unionized workers accused the embattled DG, Professor Amin Al Hassan, of mismanagement, financial impropriety, and clinging to power without a valid contract. So according to some of the allegations that are against him, the Public Service Workers Union gave the DG 2 weeks back in August 2024 to resolve mounting grievances, including allegations of shady land sales, murky dealings around the 13th African Games contract, lack of equipment, and staff welfare neglect. Even as GBC marked this 90th anniversary in July 2025, staff were stunned when Unique FM, a flagship channel, was stripped of all programs and ordered to play only music, except during news bulletins.
Okay, so I want to get back to the question of land and Galamsey and related matters.
Yes.
If you go to page 5 of the Archives newspaper, there's a sad story there. 13-year-old girl dies after falling into Galamsey pit in Dwaboso. Now, the story on page 5 says a 13-year-old girl, Tesnin Idrisu, has died after drowning in an abandoned Galamsey pit at Dwaboso in the western north region of the country. Now, the tragedy occurred when the teenager went to fetch firewood and accidentally slipped into the water-filled pit. Now, she could not be rescued in time. Now, the incident has once again highlighted the dangers posed by abandoned illegal mining sites that remain covered across farming communities. Now, many of these pits filled with rainwater have become death traps for children, farmers.
Okay, let me take you to fuel prices quickly. Set to increase by 4% today, and Ghanaians brace for possible hike in prices. High Street Journal: motorists and households across Ghana should expect fuel prices to go up by as much as 4% starting today at the various pumps. This has been confirmed by the Chief Executive Officer of the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies, COMAC, Dr. Riverson Opong. Doesn't get any clearer.
Okay.
Such
Let me give you two stories. Binyuri is very, very, very much the headlines. One, because the Daybreak has a report there. Sky, if you can look at this for me, whilst I give you this one from the Daily Guide on page 11. That outbreak of cholera looms in Binyuri. About 48,000 displaced victims of the Binyuri conflict are at risk of contracting cholera and other diseases due to the lack of water, sanitation, and hygiene facilities at their camp in Sola in the Savannah region. The displaced individuals have been forced to defecate in the open around the camp because there are no toilet facilities available. A displaced victim, Nafisa, told Daily Guide that they defecate in the bush near the camp where they live because they did not have any other options provided for them.
Wow. But if you go to what they call
Daybreak.
the Daybreak newspaper, they have a story that is basically saying that 10 bags of rice and 2 cans of oil. That's the headline of the story. But if you look at the big headline, it says Binyuri conflict, 10 bags of rice, 2 cans of oil for Ghanaian refugees in Côte d'Ivoire. So the story says the Savannah Regional Security Council has donated assorted relief items worth thousands of cedis to victims of the Binyuri conflict. And the victims currently seeking refuge in La Côte d'Ivoire received 10 bags of rice and 2 cans of cooking oil. Now, the items were presented when a high-powered research delegation led by the Savannah Regional Minister Salisu Isifu B. Auribe visited Von Kore in La Côte d'Ivoire to meet over 1,400 displaced residents from the Bole and Solatuna Kalba district. I just want to draw your attention quickly to a story I saw in one of the newspapers saying that the Nkwanta area has recorded its first case of Mpox.
Oh no!
It's in the newspaper.
So while we try to find it,
you find that on page 10 of the archives.
Wonderful. So at least 1,000 people have been killed in Sudan's landslide, rebel groups say, and then also over 800 persons have died in an earthquake somewhere. Also in where is this? Afghanistan.
Charlie, the BC results, though. I need WAEC to. When you know WAEC normally does the compilation.
So you see the performance.
Charlie, because all the people are meeting, Charlie, the results. It's worrying me. Oh,
really? That's in the bong like that? Or...
Hey! Maybe it's just the people I know. The kids I know didn't do well. They are disappointing me.
We are told repeatedly that it is not for purposes of. It's just for purposes of placements, right? It's not,
but what does Caleb? Please find out for me because they listen a lot. When you go for your results and they write PPPPPP, what does that mean?
PPPP.
No, must be passed or.
No. I think it's what is. Somebody was telling me means spending. What is spending? The results
have been withheld, maybe.
Yeah, then
the results have been withheld.
If it's a
If
pending,
it's been withheld, it's been withheld.
If it's pending, then it's
but the results are out.
It's pending.
Because yesterday, one of my boys again, the thing came. I had been expecting one. Charlie, hey, Charlie, we need to see the whole result. It cannot be only my people.
My brother would say, take your basket and go and collect the results.
That was the news review.
Fidelity Bank says save and win. Muntio, Sika boom. Just deposit and begin. Sika every 500 CDs you keep for a month, you get 1 point all at once. More deposits, gets more points in. More points, more cash you feel win. How many points? 1 point every 500 CDs. What if you win? 5,000 CDs monthly. And the grand prize? Hey! 100,000 Ghana CDs.
Don't wait. Visit any Fidelity branch or agent nationwide to deposit in multiples of 500 CDs. The more you deposit, the better your chances to win 5,000 CDs monthly and 100,000 CDs in the grand draw. Terms and conditions apply. Win with us. Fidelity Bank, believe with us.
Sika boom.
This is an NLA approved promo, now running on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Google me. At what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I don't change my car. It be the same, right? It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mindset be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small.
The go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
And the gentleman from Osu joins us with the breakfast news, City Business News, brought to you by Valex Lease Equipment Limited, Valex Lease Affordable Document Management Solutions, EcoBank, and MTN are all proud to be associated with this bulletin. Latte, good morning to you.
Good morning, Caleb. Good morning to you listening. Welcome to the breakfast edition of City Business News. This bulletin is proudly brought to you by Valex, MTN, and EcoBank. In this edition, Chamber of Mines cautions government against proposals to cut tenure of mining leases from 30 to 15 years. Also, businesses and travelers face tighter scrutiny as fresh forex rules by the Bank of Ghana take effect. Much later, analysts push back on calls for blanket cancellation of external debt in Africa. All of these and more coming up in the next 10 minutes. I am Neil Latte. Many thanks indeed for choosing us. Details now. The Ghana Chamber of Mines is cautioning government against proposals to cut the tenure of mining leases from 30 to 15 years, warning that such a move could jeopardize investment flows, reduce long-term community benefits, and erode Ghana's competitiveness in the global mining sector. The Chamber argues that mining projects are long-term, capital-intensive ventures that often require more than a decade of preparatory work before production begins. Delivering a position paper on proposed amendment to the Minerals and Mining Act, Act 703, at a press briefing, the Chief Executive Officer of the Chamber, Dr. Kenneth Ashibe, noted that a shorter lease would leave mining companies with little time to recover costs and generate fair returns.
What they are saying is that don't bind yourself as a government into a short tenure. Then when you go and hit, and again, we should not be looking at this only at gold. You might hit some rare earth mineral currently, and base it might be sitting underneath this building that we are sitting on, or it might be sitting in my village in Chia, for example. And the engineering around it, the economics around it would mean that you might have to give a Ghanaian a 30-year lease. By that time, you have limited this thing to 50 years. Are you going to amend the act? And you know the processes and the cost involved in that.
Dr. Kenneth Ashibe is CEO, Ghana Chamber of Mines. Businesses and travelers face tighter scrutiny in Ghana's foreign exchange market as new Bank of Ghana rules on the movement on foreign currency takes effect this month. The measures issued under the Foreign Exchange Act and the Anti-Money Laundering Framework are aimed at restoring discipline and transparency in the foreign exchange market following weeks of pressure on the Ghana Cedi. There is more in the following report.
The central bank says the move is part of efforts to stabilize the Ghana Cedi, strengthen compliance, and curb illicit flows. The BOG stressed the country is not running out of dollars, but facing distortions from bad practices such as bulk cash withdrawals, misuse of import declaration forms, and unlicensed FX transactions. Key responses include restrictions on large corporate FX withdrawals, new remittance guidelines to improve transparency, and tighter border controls on foreign currency flows. The regulator has also reinforced that only licensed entities may transact in FX, while importers and exporters may strictly follow declaration rules. Additionally, the BOG has introduced a benchmark for exchange rate application in shipping and logistics to prevent over-invoicing and arbitrary pricing. Investigations into misuse of import declaration forms are ongoing, and perpetrators will face sanctions. The central bank says these interventions, alongside strong reserves from gold and cocoa inflows, will stabilize the Ghana Cedi, protect legitimate businesses, and restore confidence in the local currency. Market watchers, however, note that the measures will directly affect trading firms, travelers, and businesses that rely heavily on foreign exchange transactions.
A business desk report by Netili Neti Ajahu taking us onto the forex market, where the dollar could be retailed to you at 12 cedis 50 pesos, the British pound at 16 cedis 80 pesos, that of the euro could be sold to you at 14 cedis 70 pesos. Mind you, these are forex bureau rates and not the interbank rates by the Bank of Ghana. Moving on, some market analysts are cautioning against growing calls for the blanket cancellation of Africa's external debts, describing the proposal as economically unsustainable. A banking consultant, Dr. Richmond Ituahine, argues that Africa's persistent debt crisis stems more from weak capital investment and poor fiscal discipline than from the debt stock itself. In an interview with Citi Business News, Dr. Ituahine insisted that a blanket write-off will do little to address the structural deficiencies undermining growth on the continent.
Let me put it blunt. We borrow and consume. You don't borrow, you borrow for capital investment to pay itself back. To me, I disagree with that social mentality that people's money to be cancelled. Look, If you think you can't join the club, Bretton Woods institutions, so let them get it clear. I'm sorry for the leadership of these trade unions. They are believing in the 18th Marxist communist regime. But let me tell you, where they even corporate trade unionism is not now even practiced. Let them begin to think that the world is moving forward. So if you borrow money, you must pay.
Dr. Richmond Ituahene is a banking consultant from the financial sector. Let's go to the agric industry, where the Ministry of Food and Agriculture says it will roll out an automated weather system to provide farmers with accurate forecasts. The system, installed at strategic locations across the country, features a management information system to analyze weather data in real time. The sector minister, Eric Opoku, says the information will be communicated directly to farmers with support from the Ministry of Communications to guide planting, harvesting, and other agricultural activities.
Now, if you are unable to predict weather accurately, your agriculture can never be efficient. Because basically, Ghana's agriculture is rain-fed agriculture. You depend on the mercies of the weather. So if you are unable to predict the vagaries of weather, how would you adjust accordingly? We have bought these weather automated systems, planted them at vantage points, and then very soon, by the end of this month, we are going to have the MIS in place.
Eric Opoku is Minister responsible for food and agriculture. Now, preparations are in full swing for Ghana's biggest showcase of homegrown products and services as Channel 1 Television and Citi FM gear up for the 2025 edition of the This is Ghana exhibition. The much anticipated event will take place on September 6 to 7, promising an even bigger platform for creativity, innovation, and entrepreneurship. More in this report by Shika Caesar as we build up to that event.
Ghana's premier exhibition of locally made products and services, the This is Ghana exhibition, returns on September 6 to 7, 2025. The two-day event will spotlight SMEs, startups, research institutions, and proudly Guinean brands spanning traditional crafts to cutting-edge technology. This year's edition aims to celebrate local creativity, encourage collaboration, and inspire national pride. Organized by Channel 1 Television and Citi FM, the exhibition will be held at the Efua Sutherland Children's Park in Accra and promises its most expansive showcase yet. Head of Events and Partnerships at Channel 1 Television and Citi FM, Frema Edunyame, shared an update ahead of the event.
Right, so currently all the slots for registration are gone. We can't take on any registration. We have just a little bit of room for those who are yet to make the final payment, that those who have registered and are finishing their payment. So this should tell you that we are very ready. We are just counting down to Saturday and Sunday, just waiting to mount boots, and just have the show on. This year is going to be very, very different from the previous editions of This is Ghana that you've experienced, because this year we have changed the venue, so that even comes with a much improved, shopping experience and exhibition experience.
Frema Edunyame assured that the 2025 edition will be the largest yet, urging all Ghanaians to participate and support local businesses.
This year we have Kwampa, we have Inchinchim coming. This hasn't really been done in previous editions. We also are coming with the grill station, we're coming with the drink station, the food court. So this year we are going to have much more fun at the This is Ghana exhibition.
The This is Ghana exhibition 2025 is powered by Channel 1 Television and Citi FM with sponsorship from MTN, EcoBank, Side Hustle by EK Brand Consult, Ghana Enterprises Agency, Ghana Export Promotion Authority, and Ghana Exim Bank. The event is also supported by Twellium Industrial Company Limited and Built Financial Technologies.
That report was filed by my colleague Shika Caesar, and that's it for the breakfast edition of Citi Business News. Our headlines again: Chamber of Mines cautions government against proposals to cut tenure of mining leases from 30 to 15 years. Also, businesses and travelers face tighter scrutiny as fresh forex rules by the Bank of Ghana take effect. Analysts are also pushing back on calls for blanket cancellation of Africa's external debt. These stories and more are available on our website, citynewsroom.com/business. I'm Nila Tilati. Do have a good business day.
If you know these sounds, you didn't just live through the 90s, you lived the experience. Back then, connection took minutes. Today, it takes a blink. You express yourself with memes. You hold video calls across continents. You say hey to an AI who responds,
"Hello, Kwame."
You order rides, dinner, and dreams all from the palm of your hand. A lot has changed, so have we. For over 3 decades, EcoBank has evolved with you, leading digital banking in Ghana and across 33 African countries, pioneering solutions built around how you live, move, and dream today. From our express points to EcoBank Pay, online banking, and the mobile app, we are where you are. Here for today, ready for tomorrow. Now, that's change. Powered by EcoBank.
EcoBank, a better way to bank your way. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Momo. It has made life happen in lots of good ways.
Mr. Kwanzaa, Mr. Insurance claim no. It
has put together beautiful weddings. It has filled the bellies of boys at their favorite watchy joint.
My guy, stop. Who they chop cancel these days?
It has made millions of businesses possible.
Mr. Kalono, we are back in business.
With just a few taps, money moves faster, easier, and safer. Momo understands the weight of your trust in us. We continuously enhance security with features like self-paying research to help you protect your money. Momo will only call you with 0244 300,000. No MTN or Momo staff will call or ask for your PIN or one-time password. Do not transfer funds to anyone whose identity you have not verified. Do not approve any prompts you have not initiated. Momo, still Wunsaka.
Announcing Ghana's first unlimited photocopier leasing. Yes, from just 983 Ghana cedis, you can lease a multifunctional photocopier and print unlimited. Yes, unlimited and free paper every month. Guess what? That's not all. Toners, repairs, and maintenance all are free. And oh, I'm not kidding at all. And we cover the whole country. Yes, the whole country. What are you waiting for? Just visit us at www.valexlease.com or call 0244 644048. I repeat, or call 0244 644048. Remember, terms and conditions apply. Valix Lease, affordable document management solutions.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
And many thanks to Valex, EcoBank, and MTN for helping us bring you the city business news. Valex is calling the attention of offices, schools, print hubs, and asking you why buy a photocopier when you can lease and print unlimited. Introducing Valex Lease Equip Limited, Ghana's first unlimited photocopier leasing service. From just 983 Ghana cedis a month, you can lease a reliable multifunctional photocopier and print unlimited with free paper included. It includes free toners and cartridges as well. We give you free repairs, free maintenance, plus nationwide coverage across all 16 regions. So stop spending big on machines, paper repairs, and maintenance. Just switch to Valex Lease and keep your cash for what matters. If you want to upgrade, visit valexlease.com. Call 0244 644048. Valex Lease, affordable document management solutions. It's amazing how the world is evolving. Today it's AI, tomorrow who knows. But the good thing is that EcoBank has been with us every step of the way, innovating with the times, we've pioneered a range of digital-first banking solutions designed for the way we live today. So if it's about mobile app, EcoBank Pay, Express Points across the country, you know we are the leaders. So we are a better way to bank your way. EcoBank is the Pan-African bank. And if you've heard, guys, the latest from MTN, great. If not, listen. For those of you who love MTN Free After One, prepare for the upgraded experience that is MTN Free After One Extra. What that does for you is that you can talk for 1 whole hour uninterrupted while paying for only the first minute of every 10 minutes you talk. That means for every 10 minutes you talk within an hour, you only pay for the first minute. If you like what you hear, well, there's more. You get 100 megabytes of data for free after your first call on Saturdays. To subscribe to MTN Free After One Extra today, just dial *550# *550# and you follow the prompts. Gabby Affair is in, looking sharp as ever. He's here to share with you Kickoff, our sports news segment brought to you by Polytank Lachelle and Shell. Polytank says we are the water storage tank of choice. We've done this for 3 decades. We are trusted by all generations. No matter the size you're looking for, durability is what you get. And if you pass through Polytank partner stations, shops across the country, you get what you want at the same price. What you get in Dunkwa will be the same as what you get in Aflao. Polytank is the original. We do not request for Momo payments online though, so please be mindful of fraudsters. Now you deserve financial peace. We come your way with the right loan at the right time, no matter the expense. I'm talking about Let's Sharehold. Call or WhatsApp 02700 4799. Tell Nana I said he should sort you out and he will take care of you. Let's Sharehold, let's improve life. If you are on the road, your engine must be confident, it must be protected and ready to perform. Go for Shell V-Power. It's Dynaflex technology specially formulated to clean and protect your engine, giving it that boost it needs. Designed to remove performance-robbing deposits so that your engine performs at its best. So feel the feeling with Shell V-Power. Shell go well. Isaac Gabriel Affair with Kickoff.
Another forehand error. Naomi Osaka is back. Kids, she's back.
Welcome. It's Tuesday, September 2. Time now for the very latest in the world of sports on the City Breakfast Show. In the next 10 minutes, we'll bring you update from the US Open, the women's singles. Former world number 1 Naomi Osaka is through to the US Open quarterfinals after kicking out Coco Gauff. We'll get some more reactions from her in a bit. Plus, update from the Black Stars' first training session yesterday at the Accra Sports Stadium. The team will depart to N'Djamena later today for the clash against Chad on Thursday, September 4. And then we touch on the transfer deadline day moves. The summer transfer window closed yesterday. All of that coming up in the next 10 minutes. Kickoff is probably brought to you by Shell, Shell Go Well, Zonda GH, Polytank Ghana, and Lachelle. Let's improve life. All right, I'm Gabby Ofe. Let's start off with the Black Stars and the first of 2 training sessions for the Black Stars of Ghana. Proud to see the team's trip to Chad take place at the Accra Sports Stadium yesterday, with just 14 of the 24-man squad participating in the session. The Black Stars are top of Group I with 15 points, heading into the clash on Thursday in N'Djamena. City Sports' Yao Jeminta reports.
Jordan Ayew, Elisha Wusu, Benjamin Asare, Jonas Ajete, Jerry Afriye, Kamaldeen Sulemana, Christopher Bambonsu, Antoine Semenyo, Ibrahim Osman, Joseph Annan, Gideon Mensah, and Ibrahim Sulemana were the Black Stars players who made it in time to train at the Accra Sports Stadium. For varied reasons, the likes of Thomas Partey and Tariq Lamptey, who recently joined Italian side Fiorentina, weren't present for the session. Despite the large contingent of absentees, there was an air of positivity around the team that was demonstrated by the Ghana Supporters Union. Former Black Stars captain Stephen Appiah, who doubles as a member of the Black Stars committee, witnessed the training session and shared how confident he was about a win for the team against Chad.
We have 9 players this evening training, and I think the other players are coming this evening. So, but I think talking to them, they are ready to play the 2 games, and we all know that we have 2 crucial games that will determine our chances for the World Cup. But talking to some of them, I think that they are ready to deliver. So after our 2 games against Chad and Madagascar, I think we believe that the guys will make it, because talking to some of them, we all know that we didn't qualify for the AFCON, which we played in December. So the energy now channel to these 2 games. So for me, being close to them, I think that they will deliver.
Day 1 of the Black Stars training session at the Accra Sports Stadium has been done before they journey to Chad to complete the latest phase of the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. And the hope is that by the time they get to N'Djamena in Chad, the full complement of the team would be present to be able to take on Chad on Thursday, September 4. Reporting from the Accra Sports Stadium, my name is Yao Ejemita.
All right, so that's my colleague Yao Ejemita with a wrap of yesterday's training sessions at the Accra Sports Stadium. Well, the team will leave Accra for N'Djamena later today ahead of the 2026 World Cup qualifier against Chad. Otado has all 24 invited players available for the trip after the team wrapped up preparations in Accra. So yesterday we have 14 players training at the Accra Sports Stadium. Let's get some more reactions from the supporters who watched the team's first training session.
So they came to Ghana here, we scored them 5-0. When you go there, you score them 6-0.
All we expect is win at all costs, because we believe that we're already in the US. So apart from win, we expect nothing again.
All right, so that's some supporters reacting after watching the team's first training session at the Accra Sports Stadium. Well, just a quick look at Ghana's group. The Ghana is in Group I, top of that group with 15 points. They have Comoros next at 12 points. Madagascar follow third on 10 points. Mali with 9 points. Well, for the games on Thursday, Chad will take on Ghana at 1 p.m. There will be live video commentary on 97.3. And then later, 4 p.m., there's Angola taking on Libya. Guinea-Bissau will take on Sierra Leone. Madagascar are up against Central African Republic. They are in Ghana's group. Mauritius will take on Cape Verde at 4 p.m. Sao Tome and Principe will take on Equatorial Guinea at the same time. Algeria take on Botswana. Cameroon are up against Eswatini at 7 p.m. And then Mali will take on Comoros at the 7 p.m. Same, they're in Ghana's group as well. And then Tunisia up against Liberia, also at 7 p.m. in the match day 7 of the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. So we'll be on Thursday to run you through all the updates on 97.3. Do stay with us for that. Well, away from the men's football, let's stay with some still CAF-related matches, because Ghana's Police Ladies will take on ASEC Mimosas later today in the semi-finals of the CAF Women's Champions League qualifiers happening all the way in Cote d'Ivoire. Let's get a thought of Police Ladies head coach Yusuf Bazigi.
I am very much impressed with the performance of the ladies, Police Ladies, and we are not ending it here, because we still want to move further to play the finals and eventually win the ultimate. So we are not looking back, and then we know ASEC is also new, and that notwithstanding, I know they are also going to have some kind of challenges, because they will also be under pressure to impress their fans and also to make sure that they do the needful. So these are 2 new entrants that are going to face, and we have a little bit of experience so far as the game is concerned than the ASEC team.
All right, so that's Police Ladies head coach Yusuf Bazigi speaking there. All the best to Ghana's Police Ladies who are looking to make it to the CAF Women's Champions League. Hopefully they get to the finals. Well, let's take you to Europe, and the summer transfer window came to a close yesterday across Europe. Now, Premier League clubs have splashed out more than ever before in the transfer window. Spending this summer surpassed £3 billion. A total of £2.73 billion had spent by 31st August. But big money deadline day deals headlined by Isak's move to Newcastle, from Newcastle to Liverpool for a British record of £125 million, pushed the total to £3.087 billion. But let me run you through some of the updates from the transfer window last night. Liverpool signed striker Isak from Newcastle for a British record transfer fee of £125 million. On the other hand, Liverpool failed to complete a £35 million move for McGahey from Crystal Palace. The 25-year-old had a medical with the Reds, but Palace's failure to sign a replacement meant that the deal collapsed. Newcastle United signed forward Jan Visa for £55 million from Brentford. Brentford also signed Reece Nelson on loan from Arsenal. They've agreed a loan plus an option to buy from the Gunners. Nottingham Forest also pulled off a late deadline day move to sign Zinchenko from Arsenal on loan. Bayern Munich completed the signing of Nicolas Jackson from Chelsea on an initial loan with an obligation to buy in a deal worth £70.5 million. Sunderland also confirmed the signing of Bertrand Traore from Ajax. He signed a one-year deal at the Stadium of Light. West Ham United also announced the signing of defender Igor Julio on a season long loan from Brighton. He was set to join Crystal Palace but decided to switch sides and head to West Ham United. Well, let's finish off with some some tennis news from the US Open. And the women's singles, Naomi Osaka puts on a faultless performance to book a place in the quarters with a 6-3, 6-2 win over tournament's third seed and home favorite Coco Gauff. Let's take a listen to Naomi Osaka after reaching the quarters.
Naomi, congratulations. A terrific match from start to finish. What does it mean to be back in the quarterfinals of a major event?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little sensitive and I don't want to cry, but honestly, I just had so much fun out here. I was telling everyone, literally, like, I was in the stands like 2 months after I gave birth to my daughter watching Coco, and yeah, I just really wanted.
All right, so that's Naomi Osaka, former world #1, speaking there. Well, Amanda Anisimova is also through to the quarter. She beats Brazil's Beatrice Haida, Maya 6-love, 6-3. World #2, Iga Swiatek will take on. Nope, she beat Ekaterina Alexandrova to reach the quarter. She won 6-3, 6-1. Later today, world #4, Jessica Pegula will take on Barbora Krejcikova at 4:30 p.m. And for the men's singles, Jannik Sinner, who is world #1, is through to the next stage. He beat Alexander Bublik 6-1, 6-1, 6-1. Carlos Alcaraz will take on Czech Republic's Jiří Lešeka at 6 p.m. later today from the US Open, the quarterfinal stage. And that's the very latest in the world of sports. For more, you can head to citysportsonline.com and on Next at City Sports JHA. Kickoff was probably brought to you by Shell Go on the GH, Politan Ghana, and Lesheho. Let's improve life. I am Gabi Ofer. Enjoy the rest of your day. Do take care and bye-bye.
If you need unique services, innovative financial solutions, we deliver on our promise because we are #1. Let's share go, we improve your life. Let's share go, let's share go, hey mama, hey mama, hey mama. Even when you're stuck with nothing, no matter your situation, let's share go, we improve your life. Let's share go, hey, let's share go, hey, let's share go, hey mama, hey mama, hey mama. Let's share go, we improve your life. Polytech is everywhere, durable and authentic. Stronger brand you can trust. Polytech, we get some more Rambo and get some more super. And the Polytech.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
The Money Matter segment is brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
Welcome to the Money Matter segment with Petra. You lead strategy, direct people, and make big decisions every day. But here's a question. Who is helping you master your money? A mid-year financial check-in isn't a luxury. It's a smart money move. Petra is here to help with expert advice on how to grow, protect, and plan. And if you're pressed for time, we'll come to you. Let's give your money the boost it deserves. Let's do life together. Dial *447*70# now. Petra, achieve more.
The Money Matter segment was brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
Ghana's biggest marketplace is almost here. The This is Ghana Exhibition 2025 is drawing closer. Come experience 2 unforgettable days of authentic made in Ghana products, services, and culture with electrifying performances from Kwampa Band and In Ching Ching Band. It's happening on Saturday the 6th of September and Sunday the 7th of September 2025. All of this is at the A4 Sutherland Children's Park and from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day. The This is Ghana Exhibition 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 Citi FM and is proudly sponsored by MTN, EcoBank, Side Hustle by EK Brand Consult, Ghana Enterprises Agency, Ghana Export Promotion Authority, and Ghana Exim Bank, and is supported by Twillium Industrial Company Limited and Build Financial Technologies. Don't miss the biggest made in Ghana celebration, the This is Ghana Exhibition 2025.
Lakeside Estate is calling all business owners, institutions, and HR heads. Want to give your employees more than just a paycheck? Give them a place to call home. At Lakeside Estate, we're making it easy for companies to support their staff with beautiful lifestyle choice and affordable homes through flexible payment plans, staff financing, and mortgage options. Whether it's a 2-bedroom starter home, 3 bedrooms, or a spacious family home, Lakeside Estate has the perfect package for your team. Strong structures, modern finishes, and a vibrant community all are waiting. Let's partner together to give a lifetime value for your staff. Call our sales expert on 020-477-5042 or 020-477-5040 or visit lakesideestate.com. Lakeside Estate, quality homes for all.
When the pain is too much, don't know what else to do. So rapping all, will take the pain away. Rapping all,
Rapinol is what you need. Rapinol will relieve you of all aches and pain in your body. Rheumatic pain, menstrual pain, body pain, toothaches, and other feverish conditions. Rapinol is a quality product from Danex Itin Starwin PLC. If symptoms persist after 48 hours, consult a physician. Not suitable for children below 16 years old, asthmatic, and ulcer patients. This advert is FDA approved.
The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is City 97.3.
What's wrong with the world, mama? People living like they ain't got no mamas. I think the whole world's addicted to the drama. Only attracted to things that'll bring the trauma. Overseas, yeah, we trying to stop terrorism, but we still got terrorists here living in the USA, the big CIA, the Bloods and the Crips and the KKK. But if you only have love for your own race, then you only leave space to discriminate. And to discriminate only generates hate. And when you hate, then you're bound to get irate.
36:57, September 2, 2025, 97.3 City FM. Caleb Kuda on the City Breakfast Show together with the crew. Richard Della Sky, Godfred Akotobuafo, Francisca Kakrafosen. It's a big day for us in the media and for you listeners as well. A big by-election is ongoing in Akwetia. You have 52,328 registered voters, 119 polling stations, 21 electoral areas, 2 candidates from across the aisle. Solomon Asumedu, Bernard Bedu, all racing to replace Member of Parliament Ernest Kumi, who passed sadly sometime in July. So we have our eyes on that, but as they say, if your farms are many, you tend them both, or you tend all of them. So we have our eye also on the fallouts from the sacking of the former Chief Justice Gertrude Araba Saki Esaba Tokoni. A lot of conversations have come up following that particular decision. So we will do well to keep an eye on all of them for you. But we like to remind you also that we are putting together the best of Ghana at one place. So all roads lead to the Efua Sutherland Children's Park this weekend, the 6th to the 7th. Oh yeah, for the This is Ghana exhibition 2025. 0549-986-996 0549-986-996. Oh, did I also add that we have over 5,500 boots and uniforms on the grounds of Akwetia. Of course, because of the history of the constituency in the past, this will not be the first by-election, and it's often been marked by some violence, scenes of violence. So the police are assuring that they have a handle of the situation. They have enough boots on the ground, but our men are also on the ground. We'll be joining them to bring us situational updates on the go. 0549-986-996 is where you can join us. If you have a birthday celebration, you have a dedication, someone you want us to celebrate specially, you know how we do it. 0549-986-996. Now, KGL Group, in partnership with Parliament, will have me inform you that their second edition of the Democracy Cup, titled KGL Democracy Cup 2025, is happening live on the 5th of September 2025 at the University of Ghana Stadium. The Democracy Cup is aimed at promoting national unity, so you have the judiciary and the legislature. They will begin the first game in a ceremonial opening. So go and watch your favorite government officials display football skills like never before. The second game will be between city rivals, two home titans, the Accra House of Folk and the Accra Great Olympics. It will kick off at exactly 6 p.m. Be there to witness the live action and also stand a chance to win massive prizes such as phones, t-shirts, caps, and many more from KGL Products. 590 mobile, star 959 hash, Kedbet star 385 hash. Those who know 213-987, all these games. So get your tickets now. 20 Ghana cedis for regular, 200 cedis VIP, and that includes drinks with all you can eat finger foods. Contact 020-6066-833. KGL Group, Democracy Cup, One Nation, One Vision. Congratulations, big one to Mr. Daniel Labiteku. CEO of Enterprise Group PLC on being named Group CEO of the Year at the 2025 National Business Owners Awards. And the celebration doesn't stop there. Mrs. Akosia Ansa Entry, MD of Enterprise Insurance, also received the top honor as the CEO of the Year, General Insurance category, while Enterprise Insurance was crowned General Insurance Company of the Year. Adding to the celebration, Genevieve Cornelius, General Manager of Transitions, was recognized as an outstanding business leader in the interment industry, with Transitions named as the ultimate funeral services company of the year. Now, as Ghana's leading financial services provider, these recognitions reflect not just strong leadership and financial excellence, but a deeper commitment to you, our cherished customers. As the enterprise, our mission is simple: to give everyone who comes into contact with us their desired advantage, because you are the best and we are the best at what we do. Enterprise, your advantage. So picture this: you finally got a chance with a long-term crush. You invite her over for a home-cooked candle-lit dinner. She accepts it. The day comes, everything is said, jollof cooked to perfection, wine chilled, AC on. Your phone rings. She is 5 minutes away. You hang up, check yourself in the mirror, then, poof, lights are out. Like how? Any day but today, man. Listen, that's when G&J understands that some moments just should never be interrupted. We keep your world powered with reliable generators, solar energy, and UPS solutions, so the power never stops. G&J, your go-to for total energy solutions. So visit our website, www.gjtechghana.com. G&J, your energy partner. Kakra has some information for you.
Yes, and what are you proud of? At First Atlantic Bank, we're proud to be crowned Digital Bank of the Year, not once, 2 times, back to back. This isn't just a fancy title, it's a celebration of our commitment and relentless drive to give you the ultimate convenience in digital banking. Whether it's through our mobile app, internet banking, USSD, or any of our seamless platforms, we make sure your banking experience is truly safe, fast, and secure. So why settle for less? Join the Purple family today and experience the true meaning of smart banking. 2-time Digital Bank of the Year, back to back. If for enter your ear.
If for enter your ear. You
Follow the conversation on all social media platforms at First Atlantic GH. First Atlantic Bank, refreshingly different. Do you want a British degree at a fraction of the cost? Looking for a vibrant student experience in a community that builds your confidence and equips you with real-world employability skills? Enjoy all these and more with scholarships available to support your academic journey at Lancaster University, Ghana. Be taught by expert faculty trained to UK standards right here on our campus in Ghana. You can visit www.lancaster.edu.gh or send an email to admissions@lancaster.edu.gh, or you can also call 0248 656 274. Lancaster University, Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa.
A very glorious birthday to my daughter, Bibi Hammond Asane. May she walk in supernatural blessings in Jesus' name. This is coming from Mrs. Samachuku. And happy 40th birthday to Stephanie Inez Tete of Stanbic Bank, Private Banking East Legon Suite. May you experience great successes and uncommon favor. We love you, and this is coming from the family. Happy birthday to you, Colonel Retired Julius Achudelo. It's your 90th birthday, Colonel. We celebrate you. Enjoy your birthday to the max. This is coming from your wife, your children, and your grandchildren. Colonel Retired Julius Achudelo. Amazing. 90 years, 9 decades.
Wow.
Man. Lovely man.
Wow.
Happy birthday,
I
sir.
think we need to be visiting him too.
We celebrate you.
Yeah, we're celebrating him, yes, but to drink from his well of wisdom.
Absolutely.
You know, because at 90,
man,
he's
seen
a
life.
lot. I mean, he's seen the colonial times.
Yeah.
And he would have a lot of wisdom therein. You know, Togbi Penya was a wise man in Anglo folklore, and he was, very, very advanced in age. Yeah, so people like that, we hold them in high regard.
Is Togbi Penya the one we are celebrating?
No, I'm saying that making
when people
comparison,
okay, sure.
at 90s.
You confused me at the point. Okay, so we have our colleague join us on the phone lines from Akwetia very quickly, and we touch base with him and continue. Charles Osukumi is in Wenchi, is part of the electoral areas within the Akwetia constituency, to give us some updates on what has been unfolding as the by-election is underway. Charles, good morning to you. Thank you for joining us. I've been following the campaign, the lead up to this campaign very keenly. I've heard the NPP say they need to secure the seats to honor their departed former member of parliament, and I've heard the NDC also say to the electorates that look, they need to vote for the party that has overwhelming seats in parliament so that the attention of development can come there. I guess the electorates are, torn between two tough decisions, are they not? What's the euphoria in Akwetia like today?
Well, Caleb, you couldn't be any right about what you just said. The two camps have their campaign messages well thought out. The NDC, talking about having an NDC MP, which would help in bringing development projects to Akwetia, especially here in Wenchi, because, of course, the president is from the NDC. The NPP, however, is also banking on the popularity of its candidate, Kwame Asumadu, and also riding on the sympathy that some of the persons here have for the untimely demise of former MP Ernest Kumi. So these two people have two different strategies. One is going with the candidate, the popularity of the candidate. The other is also depending on their message, which is development. But of course, here in Wenchi, Wenchi is a peculiar community which is heavily tilted towards the New Patriotic Party. Caleb, the 2024 election, the NPP in Wenchi polled, close to 3,400, and the NDC polled about 400 votes here. So you can see the vote difference between the NPP and NDC here in Wenchi. This is a heavy NPP stronghold. However, yesterday I did some engagements with some young people here following the Global Info Analytics poll they put out on Friday. They mentioned that a chunk of the voters in Akwetia are below the age 45. And these young people, in my conversations with them, I found it a bit interesting because they're not so worried about traditional voting lines. They just want development, and they did compare Akwetia to other neighboring communities like Odan, Asamankese. They say there's relatively better development there than they have here in Akwetia. And Akwetia even has minerals. It's rich in minerals. So they want to see some development instead of voting on traditional lines. That, I believe, is what may work in the favor of the NDC's candidate, who is campaigning that because the NDC is in power, an NDC MP will be able to lobby and get development projects for the communities, whereas an NPP MP would have it very difficult to get government projects here. So that, I believe, is what may work, if it will work, for the NDC candidate.
Right. So we would wait till the end of the day to know what the verdict of the voters would be, correct? And as you say that the young people are comparing their constituency, which is rich in diamond, to others, and they don't see diamond and gold, correct? And they don't see the development commensurate with the resources they have, or even comparing to neighboring communities. We'll delve into that a bit later, but let's talk about the size of the Akwetia constituency and the number of security officers we had there. Earlier on the breakfast news, Samir Rafi had told Nana Tufo Boateng that there was heavy security presence in Akwetia. We are told about 5,500 policemen are there. You have a total registered voters being 52,328. Polling stations are 119, electoral areas are 21. This is just a by-election. For anyone who is just coming to the country and listening on the radio and is hearing of so many boots on the grounds, help us appreciate why Akwetia is so sensitive security-wise with a by-election.
Well, Caleb, I mean, we just came out of an election rerun in just 19 polling stations in Ablekuma North. And we know what happened there, the chaos, the violence, the assaults that went on there. I think following that, the police came under heavy scrutiny and criticism. And so the police service, they seem to be leaving no stone unturned in this particular election. It looks like it's a litmus test for the new police administration on their preparedness for election violence. So they have deployed massively to Akwetia. Like you rightly mentioned, more than 5,000 men and women. Yesterday, they received a briefing from the IGP, who just urged them to be professional in their work and make sure that nothing untoward happens. You know, in the last 2024 election, the police had a strategy to be non-confrontational. We wait to see how they will operate today. Even that was quite visible in Ablekuma North. You realize that when these thugs came into the polling station, the police actually there was very little resistance from the police. The police acted after the fact.
Yeah.
Yes. So we wait to see how the police will operate today in Akwetia.
Right.
I've seen a few of the Black Maria trucks the police talk about.
And this is the mobile cells.
The mobile cells. I've just seen one in Wenti here, which they say they will use in picking up any persons who may foment trouble here in Akwetia. For the people themselves, they are not really bothered about the heavy security presence. For some, well, it's good that they're here. That means that they are safe. They're not really bothered, about all the talks of intimidation. No. At Wenti currently, I've been to a few polling stations. The accused are really, building up quite nicely, and the people are voting as and when they come in. The first person who voted at the first polling station I came was there even before the electoral commissioner set up. He had put up a seat, and I engaged him briefly. He said, well, yes, I mean, it is right to vote, and he had come to vote. So we're hoping that by close of day today, we wouldn't have some of the eventualities we witnessed in other by-elections and recently in the Ablekuma North rerun.
Very well. Thank you so much for that very comprehensive report. Stay on the ground, stay safe. We'll keep an eye there. We'll be coming to you as the day unfolds for more. So that was my colleague Charles Owusu-Kumi joining us from Akwetia, specifically the Wenchi electoral area, sharing with us what has been going on so far. So you have 5,500 men in boots and uniforms, but Charles tells us that the people do not feel intimidated by their presence. They say that, if anything, makes them feel more confident. Black Maria is what we are told the police has deployed there in addition to all their other, accoutrements. That is a mobile cell. If the police grabs you, you misconduct yourself, you're going in there. Prior to this, though, we must say that, and some comments from the political leaders that stoked up the tensions and all, that has been roundly condemned in times past. So the message perhaps to the youth will be that, listen, if you get yourself involved, if you go foment any trouble or violence, you are picked up. The ones who are paying you will not be the ones who will be behind cells or in the Black Maria with you. So caution always. But Sky, you have reported on elections coverage, by-election and all of that. I'm sure you've experienced Akwetia.
Yes, I mean, I was nearly killed in Akwetia in 2008, if my memory serves me correctly.
Really?
Thereabouts, yes. It must have been that election. That election, you know, I think Baba Jamal, contested in that election together with, I don't remember the name, but it was specifically Winchi where he was reporting from. Because what happened that day was I had gone there as a young reporter with a Citi of great voice and memory here at Citi FM. Sent me there to cover the elections, and somehow I noticed that kids were lined up to vote. I mean, they were just sharing the ballot papers to them like that to go and vote. So I reported it. I was live at midday or thereabout, and I reported it, not knowing the guys, they were listening.
They were monitoring you. Oh my Lord!
Come and see. They pulled out cutlasses. I mean, a whole community.
Machetes.
Yes, I mean, it took the military to intervene. And safely take me out. It's one of the most terrifying moments in my reporting career. And incidentally, the person who was part of the people leading the charge was somebody I knew at the Statesman newspaper, who was... It was very, very unfortunate. I remember there was an attempt to get me to testify in court, but I was so You're
traumatized then?
So yes, that I didn't think that it would have been worth it, because in any event,
No, but I'm struggling to think through this correctly, right? You have a constituency that is rich, resource rich. You have gold, you have diamond, but over the years, the politicking in the constituency or the local politics, national, has not delivered anything people can be proud of to say this is a constituency where we have gold, we have diamond, we have young people who are ambitious, they're hardworking. Your roads are not good. You don't have good schools, healthcare facilities are not the best. This is a small constituency, and for a by-election to have all this attention, I don't even think by-election should have the kind of national attention it's having.
I think I agree.
Life should just go
largely
on.
with you, except that you see, we sort of major on the minor, and then run off with it. You understand? Because in any event, this should be just perfunctory. You want somebody is dead as a member of parliament.
We're going to replace him.
You want to replace the person. You don't need party big shots showing up there, stirring, the emotions of people. You don't need chief executives who ideally should be sitting in their offices today, carrying out the agenda of resetting the country, making sure that the cities are clean, doing the things that matter. That is what they should be doing. Ministers of state, who ideally should be sitting down. Once you are not directly connected to the elections, you should be in your ministry or maybe on the fields today, making sure that the things that should happen to turn Ghana's future into what we want it to be. That is what they should be doing. However, every Tom, Dick, and Harry
is in Akwetia. Or has been to Akwetia.
And with one goal in mind, to make sure that the person they believe comes from their party should win the elections. I mean, really, should there even be a contest? I am one of those people who believe that this whole by-election business, we should scrap it from the constitution.
We should scrap by-election
and find a better way of not expending so much resources on filling vacancies created by reason of death.
So that if, for example, a certain MP belongs to a particular party and he passes, the party should be responsible for choosing who replaces him, and then that's it. Is that the
something like that? I mean, I'm sure we can always look at the modalities, but I think that something like that is, in my respectful view, should be a way out. It just doesn't make sense. If you look at the resources that have been wasted over the past 3 months or so.
Oh Lord!
First of all, look at the MPP. Is it reasonable to expect that someone dies, right? You keep the person in
40 days later.
right?
Yes.
Normally, we are told that people of the Akan extraction would do 1 week observance.
Yes.
It is not strictly the rule that you should do it within 1 week, but reasonably within a week or more, you should have done it.
Yeah.
But for partisan political reasons, without any respect to the memory of the dead, they kept him there all the while.
There was
until last week.
Traditional. It doesn't cut across. The 1 week is not strictly a 1 week thing.
I just made that point.
Yeah.
That the rule is not as fair.
Strict, yes.
But it should not travel beyond. I mean, so why is it 1 week?
No, we have to do a video close to the
No,
election
you see what
time.
happened there during which NPP, NDC people were fighting. They were not mourning the dead. Yeah. They were trying to use the memory of
capitalize on
that to prosecute a political agenda. I hope that the Ghanaian people there will feed into that narrative and it will kneel to their political benefit. Of course, so then General Mosquito will say that he's entitled to go there and mourn with them, because the Bible says that if your people, if your colleagues
mourn with those who
mourn. So he went there and then he created a problem. The point I'm making is that on the two sides of the divide, look, there is no honesty in what's happening there. There's no honesty. People are there to serve whatever interest they are serving. It is not because they care about the people of Akwetia. That's not why they are there. They are there because they want to prosecute a particular partisan national, how do you call it? Yeah, that's right. That's the only reason they are there. And it is sad that the biggest problems we face, which should require governmental action, opposition criticism, and a commitment to exacting accountability, they are not doing that. Let's get that one seat, and then let's use it for whatever we want to use it for.
It sounds,
and for me, and this is the corroboration of citizens, okay? In the game of politics that is being, and this is partisan politics, that is being played at our expense. Yeah. This is a resource-rich town that doesn't have any significant development to boast of, and yet politicians on both sides will bring their vehicles, put some music instrument there, do all the politics, honor a man who died in July at this time. They continue to play with the emotions of the people, and the people, by engaging, corroborate the game that's being played at their expense.
We'll get into this in more detail, but Edwin Kwalkofi is here. That means we are ready for Tech and Social Media Trends. It's 8:02, and Tech and Social Media Trends is brought to you by Telecel and First Bank Ghana. First Bank Ghana says if you're ready to win, they are here for you. Use and win is what we are running from now. It started yesterday, September 1. It will end on 30th November. Use the First mobile app or just dial *894# for your everyday transactions. Stand a chance of winning a cool 500 Ghana cedis cash every single week. You heard me right. We are rewarding smart banking. The more you use the First mobile app or *894#, the better your chances of winning. 0596921921 is the number to call for more. First Bank, you first. Edwin Kofi. Let me guess what's trending. I am guessing the former Chief Justice is in the trends.
Yes,
correct?
Yes.
Akwetia is in the trends.
Yes.
A lot of other things are in the trends.
A lot of other things as well. But the number one trend in Ghana is Chief Justice.
Chief Justice?
Yes, Chief Justice.
Number one trend
Number one trend in Ghana. And it's trending alongside Tokonu, obvious reasons. The law is the law.
The law is the law. It's trending.
Charlotte Osei.
Okay.
And also Jean Mensah.
Okay, so these are all connected.
These are all connected.
To persons in position of authority, removal, and otherwise.
Exactly. So obviously, the Chief Justice has been removed from office by President John Dramani Mahama, and her name is Gertrude Tokonu, which is why Tokonu is also trending.
Right.
A lot of people are saying that the NPP government opened this kind of worms when they removed the former EC boss Charlotte Osei from office, using the same article that was used to remove Chief Justice Gertrude Tokonu. Obviously, the law is trending because that was one of her famous sayings as Chief Justice when she was questioned by her critics on some of the decisions the Supreme Court was making. She says the law is the law. Jean Mensah is training because people are suggesting that she may be next on the chopping block after Gertrude Torkornoo, because prior to being elected into office, a lot of the now government officials said very, very confidently that they will take her out once they are elected, and they've been elected, and now the Chief Justice is out, so Jean Mensah seems to be the next name on the chopping block.
So what worries a lot of people is the independence of institutions, because we are saying that we cannot necessarily build a nation with strong hands only. We need strong institutions. So if you keep changing people, no, it's opening a can of worms, but we'll get into that conversation.
So let's move to Akwetia, where the by-election is taking place today. It was necessitated by the death of the MP Ernest Kumi. Exactly. So the concerns people are having is security. Even though the police have sent a number of officers there, people are still worried because the last election that we had, that was the rerun of the Ablikuma North polls.
Limited rerun
of the Ablikuma North polls. There was a lot of violence in there. People have subsequently been convicted of that, but a lot of people are worried that in a large scale by-election, how will the police be able to contain such incidents? So there's a lot of worry there. So now let's move on to some football. And yesterday was transfer deadline day. A lot of big stories. The one that we focused on was, of course, Alexander Isak's move from Newcastle to Liverpool. Highly controversial move. 130 million pounds is the fee that Newcastle received. But when players move from one club to another, their original clubs just tweet, this guy has completed a move to this other club. Thanks for his work with our club, and good luck for the future. Newcastle did not do any of that because of the acrimony that came up during the transfer. So their statement was, we are announcing the transfer of Isak to Liverpool for a substantial fee. And then that was it for Twitter. In their actual statements, they only had 2 paragraphs. Basically announcing the transfer. The second paragraph saying he had played 100 and something matches for the club.
What's the name of the team?
That was it. Newcastle United.
Newcastle.
They are obviously not happy because the player himself said he wouldn't play for the club again.
I think that is the whole business of sanctity of contracts and the obligation on parties to ensure they respect the terms of their transactions. You sign to be with the club and you were supposed to play for a number of whatever it is. Now,
did he exhaust his tenure?
No, he decided to sit on, go on what is this?
Yes,
because they say he feels that the people don't allow him to go and all of that. I felt that yes, if you want to go, let the transactions be carried out, but where you decide that in the meantime you won't play.
A lot of drama on the football scenes.
One other transfer involving Liverpool was McGahey. He wanted to move to Liverpool as well. But then his club, Crystal Palace, blocked the move because apparently their manager, Oliver Glasner, said he will resign if the player moves.
Why?
Because he's already lost a couple of key players in the transfer window, earlier in the transfer window, and losing another key player without time to find a replacement.
Would not help his team.
Yes, he said he wouldn't.
So what are they doing to keep him?
So they kept him. It was deadline day. So that's it. He can't move until next summer or in January.
And is Jackson gone or is still with Chelsea?
Yeah, Jackson finally got his move because Chelsea recalled another striker from another club and allowed Jackson to move. But they're getting a good deal of money for Nicholas Jackson from Bayern Munich.
Is he on loan or he's been sold out?
Well, it's a loan again, but this time it's an obligation to buy. For 65 million euros, I believe. Yes. So Bayern will have to pay the money for him next transfer window.
Interesting. Let's get some tech news, Edwin.
Some tech news, and Meta says it will introduce more guardrails to its artificial intelligence chatbots to stop them from talking to teens about suicide, self-harm, and eating disorders. You remember last week I brought you a story about a teen who had been communicating with ChatGPT and then eventually committed suicide. The parents sued OpenAI for that. Meta says it will put in guardrails to ensure that its chatbots do not interact with anyone identified as a teen. Yes, or talk about self-harm and eating disorders, because it feels that these chatbots do not have the right emotional intelligence yet to deal with such matters concerning young adults or children as well. So
that's a very important intervention.
It's a very important intervention from Meta. It says it's introducing other limitations to stop teens from interacting with certain chatbots on other issues. So at least
but
Facebook.
The question is, how are you going to really, strictly speaking, enforce that? How do you know that the person is a child? The person interacting.
Yes, that's one issue.
Is that AI will find out?
No, it's not as simple. Because if you sit behind your laptop and you are interfacing with ChatGPT, right? How would ChatGPT be able to know that the person interfacing and giving me commands or prompting me is 16-year-old or 12-year-old?
You can read from the language the user is.
That is also there, but there are people who are 65, but they think like kids. So the point I'm making is a difficult task. It's a very difficult task.
Okay, now let's take a social media trends.
There is small money, there is big money, and there is too much money. Telecel Too Much Money promo is here. Dial *500# to opt in. In the Telecel Too Much Money promo, you can win 100 Ghana cedis cash in the daily draws, 20,000 Ghana cedis in the weekly draws, and 1.2 million Ghana cedis in the grand draw. That's 1.2 million Ghana cedis. Simply reload airtime to end points to stand a chance to win. Dial *500# or visit the Telecel Play app to opt in now for the Telecel Too Much Money promo. Terms and conditions apply.
Telecel, connecting energies.
This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Listen, guys. One day, an old lady inherited a huge sum of money. Her family worried about how to break the good news to her. They feared that the sudden good news might give her a heart attack. And so they decided the family doctor, who was experienced in delivering such news, should be the one to tell her. And when he did, surprisingly, she smiled. Relieved, he asked, "What are you going to do with all that money?" She replied, "I am going to give you half." The doctor rather had a heart attack. Can you imagine? People are often surprised when we put them first. At First Bank, that's what we do. We put you first. Experience the gold standard of banking with First Bank. Open an account today and enjoy our user-friendly mobile app, quick banking via *894#, convenient shopping with our Visa Prepaid and MasterCard, and more. All designed to serve you better. First Bank, you first.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Channel One TV has a way of telling their stories. Stories that empower change. Capturing the trending issues, delving into our communities, getting out the voices that matter.
Before the end of this year, some significant improvement would have been noticed on that road. And it's not going to be a 9-day wonder. He's back to site to continue with the project.
Channel One Newsroom, CNR, brings you an exhaustive coverage of the day's news. 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. every night.
A lot of responsibility rests on the shoulders of African leaders to create an environment that is conducive to trade and investment. We wish to partner with any nation of the world.
Channel One Newsroom captures the exact news temperature of the nation.
Everything in this world is subject to abuse. And that's why there are checks and balances. That's why you have to also go to court and do...
From the northern, western, eastern, and southern parts of Ghana, Channel One Newsroom, CNR's got you covered.
People normally enter the boat without the life jackets. We believe strongly that if they were wearing life jackets, their lives would have been saved.
8 p.m. and 11 p.m. every night.
I thought I should contain myself. But he should be careful. He did not win the election on merit. The NDC won the Asokwa election by default. For whatever reason, we, the MPP, we decided to hand over power later.
CNR, telling your stories, empowering change. Catch CNR on Channel 1 TV at 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. every night.
We're trendy and youthful. We're UBA. We're here to make your life better, stress-free and easy. We go the extra mile, beyond your expectations. We will get it done and get it done very well now. UBA, best loans and more. UBA, best customer satisfaction. UBA, best digital solutions. UBA, Africa's global bank.
For best retail products, innovative offerings, loans made just for you, attractive interest rates, trading across Africa or sending money. If you want the best digital banking products, including chatting with you on WhatsApp and Facebook, turn to UBA, Africa's global bank.
Ghana's biggest marketplace is almost here. The This is Ghana Exhibition 2025 is drawing closer. Come experience 2 unforgettable days of authentic made in Ghana products, services, and culture with electrifying performances from Kwampa Band and In Ching Ching Band. It's happening on Saturday the 6th of September and Sunday the 7th of September 2025. All of this is at the A4 Sutherland Children's Park and from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day. The This is Ghana Exhibition 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 Citi FM and is proudly sponsored by MTN, EcoBank, Side Hustle by EK Brand Consult, Ghana Enterprises Agency, Ghana Export Promotion Authority, and Ghana Exim Bank, and is supported by Twillium Industrial Company Limited and Build Financial Technologies. Don't miss the biggest made in Ghana celebration, the This is Ghana Exhibition 2025.
Accra to a new way of flying. ValueJet is now in Ghana, connecting you from Lagos to Accra, from Accra to the beautiful city of Banjul, and back again. Whether it's business in Lagos, holiday in Banjul, or coming home to family here in Accra, we're bringing West Africa closer, one flight at a time. Reliability you can trust, fares you will love, and a welcome that feels like home. Book your journey now at www.flyvaluejet.com.
ValueJet, wings for everyone.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show. The city's biggest conversation. The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Mama ora gbana vai. Na mi akpokoba. Na mi da zonli a mi la mi afokanya mi na mi aga klicha. Minha dola low, dogby o mi no hi a jogger. Banku na futo, I hope you mo gaji mi a pomi oe. Nya vivio sa mi la selo e. La baba sa so va ile. Ma Barcelona hiya uma sanyina kabai. Mogaji mi akpo mi oe. Mi akpo von kabai. Obio mogaji mi akpo mi oe. Navana mi lo, Navana mi. 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 Mogaji mi akpo mi oe. Mi bula mama. Mogaji mi akpo mi oe. Mi bula goma. Ami. People that were trozu ya irao.
No, man. This is the song. Oh my God, Jimmy no Akpomio. May they not find us when they search us to harm us. Nkuna gbana kato, is that not it? Their eyes should be blind. They should be blinded. No, man. I'm enough fan. I mean, she said something like that.
I hope you. Yeah, I hope you. No, I hope you.
No, so why do you always say it with some kind of?
No, they are hope you. They are the bad ones, the bad spirits, the evil ones who are always plotting evil in the middle of the.
In that spirit of friendship and camaraderie, we're inviting you to watch a football game. We call it the Democracy Cup. Parliament and the Judiciary, 5th September 2025, University of Ghana, Lagos Stadium, 3 p.m. sharp. That's when kickoff is. Come and watch your favorite government officials display football skills like never before. The second game promises to bring down a showdown. Accra Hearts of Folk rivals, City rival Accra Great Olympics. That's happening at 6 p.m. Please, regular is 20 cedis, VIP is 200 cedis. So grab your ticket now. There are prizes like phones, t-shirts, caps, and many more. KGL products as well. There are some numbers here. I'm sure those who know. Star 959 hash, star 385 star hash, star 385 hash. Godfrey, when we are announcing football thing and we are not mentioning these numbers, what does it mean? Yeah, so these numbers, you have to note them. But the tickets are going for 20 regular, 200 VIP. Call 0206 066 833 and be a part of the memorable event. KGL Group Democracy Cup, One Nation, One Vision. What's she saying here?
She was saying that people do what was the year.
People do.
Yes. So the curses that people heap on us become blessings. So that's and so it's a powerful, statement there.
Anytime we play this, people request for the title and the name of the. Amin.
So
what's the title again?
Amin.
Amin.
Yes.
Amin.
Yes, Amin.
Amin.
Yes, Amin.
By Enam.
Yes.
So
you can find, the song on all the platforms. Wherever you go.
Okay. So on the earlier conversation we were having about the Akwetia, I have a message here. It says, "Good morning, Caleb. I beg to differ on some of your interventions. Akwetia boasts of a 650 million water project. We have a category A secondary school, a category B technical school. We have one of the best mission hospitals, another hospital that was built on the mines. We have good major roads. The connections may not be really good though. I was born and bred there, so I am very familiar with the political and socio-economic systems in the town. The former government, okay, fine. All right, well noted. You disagree with us, that's okay. Some more messages. Nyaglomas Little from Chebi sent a message. You want to help with that? Go for it.
This one says, Caleb, I also share the same sentiment with Sky that by-elections should be scrapped to allow the party whose member who is in question to produce a replacement. My challenge, however, is that suppose the parliamentary member in issue is an independent MP. What should happen in that case? Well, I wrote a piece on this and sort of made some suggestions as to why I think that the provision should be amended in the case of a member of parliament. What should happen? So perhaps you can find that and get my submissions on the subject matter. This one says, the lady in the studio, Kakra, I just spoke my mind. We have indeed been used by these political parties and we continue to be used. Akwetia is a very good example of aiding the politicians of this country to hurt us the more. Sick nation indeed.
So, this, I'm really in two minds about this by-election, but I think the politically involved persons are excited. And Kaka, you'll be surprised that while we make the argument that, look, we think people deserve better and politicians should not equip us with emotions, songs, t-shirts, money, and all of that, and try to get our attention and take our eyes off the big ticket things. The bigger things we deserve, the more important things we need to be getting. We have a by-election and they show up and people are excited and then they vote. You'd be surprised that some of the people themselves will disagree with you, because during the process, cash is doled out to people, and so people are happy. They like by-elections.
I mean, certainly, the campaign period for elections is a time that the political class engages with the population at the emotive level. So they're appealing to our emotions. There's a lot of... I was talking about the pickups that they set up, generator-powered DJ setups, playing music. So people will get caught up in all of that. But remember that they're expending money to do all of these things to get your attention. The track is running on fuel. The generator that is powering the DJ setup to play the music is running on fuel. All of this will go into the cost, the expenditure of the by-election. I'm trying to pull out some statistics as to how much is spent on by-elections. It's a bit difficult, but inferring from just the 2024 elections, the High Street Journal reports that we spent 786.9 million Ghana cedis.
786.9 million Ghana cedis.
That's $52 million. And so if you're looking at a by-election, it's going to go lower. Right. But these are monies that are going to be spent to entertain you, draw your attention, get you to go and vote. Because remember, in my opinion, we've reduced democracy to elections. And then you vote, and then what?
Parliamentary work to
parliamentary work to The texter who said he disagreed with you, I think he's expressed himself eloquently, and it makes a lot of sense. We are not saying that there isn't any development in Akwatia.
Could it not be better?
But we are weighing it on the scale of the resources at play. And the times that we are in. It's reasonable given the resources at play. Akwatia is full of diamonds, it's full of gold, as we hear that gold is now not the new mainstay. It's important to ask these questions, that are we engaging the political class to have a merry time, put our thumbprints on ballot papers, and then go back to complaining about the things that need to be solved, the myriads of problems in this country? No. I think we need to reflect on the democracy we claim to be practicing in this country. And we need to start asking questions and making demands, not monetary demands, because during the campaign, I mean, the monies will flow around. How much money will a politician give you to attend a rally or whatever, as against your future, the generations after you,
the quality of your roads,
the quality of your life, the quality of the education your children will come and meet, the debts that will be waiting for them? We need to reflect on all of these things. It's become a vicious cycle, in my opinion, and there is no transformation. We hear nice, mantras thrown around during election campaigns. We get excited. We pick sides, because in Ghana, politics is like football. Everybody belongs to a team. Your team comes into power. Few years down the line, it becomes, depressing, and we start complaining, and we don't necessarily vote a new person in, but we vote somebody out because we are angry with that. We need to sit down and reflect and start asking questions about this democracy we are practicing.
The funny thing is, in recent past by-elections, before roads that were really bad for decades begin to see some facelift. By the time the elections are done and the results don't go in the way of the party in power, then the road project is truncated. We saw some in the Asin Central area. Godfred, political musical chairs, isn't it? Doesn't matter who is around. It's always that. By election, we carry the armory, the full weight of the government to one small place to go and win that seat, promising them heaven and earth. We are done, and life is back to what it used to be.
I don't get it.
What else?
But it is, it's part of my frustration with democratic process. Regular listeners of the show know my stance on these things. And we've said so many things. Kaka has said this, Sky has said this, and I'm sure in our previous rules elsewhere, we've made the same, comments on the way we conduct by-elections and our refusal to get it a bit more nuanced.
Yeah.
You know, I don't understand why we don't want to improve the process of by-elections to make it more useful and less of an impediment in our democratic process than what it is. You know, we've had peaceful by-elections, we've had, you know, conflict-ridden by-elections, you know, but the point is, for the political parties in this country, it's almost always an opportunity. It's like the Holy Communion for them. It's the one time they get an opportunity to, you know, break bread with their people and become one in spirit. You know, which is what we see in Akwetia. Every political bigwig there is. Has the president been there?
No.
But the president,
chairman, chief of staff, ministers,
has been there.
Party gurus.
You know, and you ask yourself, what is at stake? You know, and if you were to do your political calculation, somebody would ask, should this be as intense as it is? But then historically, as I said, there's always been a seat that is contentious. You know, so everybody wants that seat to kind of make a statement. I just feel we need to be able to get a more nuanced approach to by-elections where sometimes, look, why can't we have a situation where if the seat is vacant and the MP has not been on it for more than 2 years, the party that holds the seat is asked to pick a replacement. If it's more than 2 years, let's have a by-election.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
If it's less than 2 years, let the party decide who goes there. You know, but I'm just saying, those are just thoughts. I'm not saying that is the perfect solution. But I would be more interested in hearing ways in which we can improve this particular process where it doesn't become the money-soaking episode that it is. If by the time we are done, I'll be interested in hearing from our colleagues at the CDD and Codero just how much money has been blown on Akwetia fuel, this, that. And again, the data shows that the last 5 by-elections that have been held, all the political parties show up. All they do is dole out cash. The campaigning is not campaigning. The campaigning is giving out money, giving out motorbikes, giving out rice, and the usual. What we can take solace in is, again, the numbers indicate that most of the time, or in recent times, the voters would take what you are giving them. But
make their own decisions.
Own decisions. And that is becoming also an interesting aspect of our elections. But it doesn't take away the fact that we could do without
all that
you know, dissipating all the funds of the state. Let's not deceive ourselves. A lot of money is going to be spent by the NDC in that constituency. A lot of money is being spent by the NPP in Akwetia. The people of Akwetia will say they are happy because they've been ignored. Resource-rich area that is as bad as it is. We've done several election programs on Akwetia and why an area like Akwetia should not look the way it looks. But do the people care? Every once in a while they complain. You know, there has been no real change in their lives. So sometimes they tend to even look upon these moments as
you know, an answered prayer.
Yes, exactly. You know, now is the time that we can meet to collect something for the next 3 or 4 months. And I don't think it's productive. When I speak about the quality of elections, the quality of democracy, these are some of the things that we are talking about. The quality of the election that is going to happen there is going to be poor. I can sit here and say it. All the indicators points to the fact that the quality of the election is going to be poor.
So we care about the results often. We don't look at the process that go into the quality.
That's what we've always done, you know. So we'll finish and say it was a free and fair election, blah, blah, blah. We're happy with it. And then we come back home to Accra and come and continue. So, good luck to them. We hope it's peaceful. Nobody does anything. The police have been there, 5,000.
500.
5,005. You said 5,000 plus, they've shown their confidence. They did the confidence parade last week.
And the simulation too.
They've done all the things that they want to do. So the people are very confident that, you know, everything will go, which is what we are looking for. But you ask yourself, if you require 5,000 policemen in an area that size to deal with a process that would take 7 hours.
It's too much.
Is that really what our democracy is about? What is the police to citizen ratio in this country? We are basically sending a huge chunk of our security to a small part of the country today, or they have been there for the past 3 or 4 days. Can we send 5,000 policemen to Binyiri? Can we send 5,000 policemen to all the other places that have issues? Do we have 5,000 policemen there? But we are going to have a by-election between NPP and NDC. We have found 5,000 policemen. Look, sometimes we must think small. We must think.
Just
it's small. We must think.
No, we are thinking actually, but it's just maybe how we are thinking.
5,000. Ghanaians, be with me on this.
In the scope of
Yes,
not the scope of thinking, but we must do a little thinking.
a little, yes. Ghanaians, be with me on this. 5,000. Think about it. Look at all the problems we face where we are, and we ask for security. But because we have a by-election, and we fear
to change an MP
that something is going to happen,
Please.
we have found 5,000 policemen mobilized. To basically, we are every citizen in Akwetia will have a policeman if need be. If we have to work the numbers, I know, but I'm just saying.
No, maybe 1 to 10.
Because if we look
10 citizens, they have a policeman.
Akwetia today
on a normal day
is the safest place in Ghana today. As we speak, hold on.
But perhaps also it's because of the threat of violence and the messaging of the political leaders.
But that is the point I'm speaking to.
Yes.
I'm speaking to priority.
Yeah.
You understand? Oh, you said you don't agree it is the safest.
It would by close of
the presence of police does not necessitate safety, right?
I'm just saying,
let's hope and pray.
If you have 5,000, those who do the
racial proportion.
OJ, how many people make a battalion in the army? OJ should help me with that one. Or those who know, how many people make a battalion in the army?
Because the centurion is in charge of 100.
We have basically sent. That's you think about it. So and after that, all those policemen will leave. And the citizens of Akwetia will ask themselves, when they need help again, where will you find 5,000 policemen?
So a battalion is generally consists of 300 to 1,000 soldiers. We have exceeded the battalion.
So we have basically 3 battalions.
We have exceeded the battalion.
If we're doing
with quest.
More than 3 battalions.
Yeah, we have 5 battalions.
Yeah, 5 with coins.
In Akwetia.
5.5 battalions.
Because we are electing a member of parliament.
Okay.
Because we are electing. Is that the price of democracy?
Too expensive.
Fortunate. Is that like when we say, "Oh, Ghana is a democracy"? Is this it? An over-policed
by-election.
Is that the quality of the democracy that we are so proud of? I think we need to ask ourselves a lot of questions, and by that I do mean the political parties. Is this what we want going forward? You see, because what is going to happen is as our elections become more and more high stakes, and that is what is happening, every election is becoming more and more high stake. Can we afford situations where in every constituency we are going to have 5,000 policemen? The policemen will get finished.
They will.
Okay, so let's look at this properly.
So how do we ensure change? Because we do know that there is the Constitution Review Committee that's in place, that's reviewing our constitution, taking suggestions and inputs from all stakeholders across the country. And our by-elections, as we all agree around the table, are needlessly too expensive, too blood sucking. We don't need our by-elections to take as much attention in terms of attention practically, mentally, physically, in terms of resources, manpower, and all the kind of energy it drives. It should just happen on everyone's blind side, and we get to know that, okay, this is the MP, and we all move on with our lives. How do we, as it were, amend the constitution, or what suggestions can we make, or what inputs can we make into the constitution review process that will ensure that moving forward, our by-elections are less acrimonious, less expensive, and a matter of course.
See,
I mean, strictly speaking, by-elections in and of themselves are not a problem, right? But in our peculiar situation as a country, we have sort of abused its purpose to suit interests that really don't align with what a functional democracy should actually be doing. That is what the problem is. So the question now is, well, if we have corrupted it, how then can we tweak it in a way that removes all the excesses that we're talking about?
Right.
So I remember I wrote a piece some time ago. Oh God, where is this? Forgive me. I titled it. So it was published by CitiNewsroom.com. Richard Delasky writes, Vote buying unveiled, examining Kumeu and the imperative of safeguarding Ghana's democratic integrity. It was published on the 22nd day of May 2023. If you're interested, you may find that and read. And I think the proposal I make in that to deal with the questions that you raised is, for instance, where the member of parliament is, say, NDC member of parliament and dies, the NDC should be given the opportunity to fill the vacancy. As to how they do it internally, it should be done with in alignment with democratic practices. In other words, they should choose somebody who they believe will serve the interests of the people of the constituency in question. They can always find one and then fill the vacancy without all the bloodshed we sometimes see associated with by-elections. In the case of an independent member of parliament, I think this was what I proposed as of the time I was writing. I think that so I said that this was in paragraph 24, where I said that additionally a subclause reflecting features of the runner-up option above could be introduced to address the situation where the departed or resigned MP entered parliament as an independent candidate. It shall stipulate that, quote and unquote, without prejudice to Article 112.5, the Electoral Commission shall, where the departed or resigned member of parliament entered parliament as an independent candidate, appoint the candidate who secured the second highest number of votes in the immediately preceding election to fill the vacant parliamentary position. So my view was that where, so for instance, we had 3 people contest the elections, maybe you, Kakra, and myself. Oh, let's not use ourselves because that might be so. Let's say that A, B, C contested elections, and then A won, right? And went into parliament. Subsequently, joined the majority. Means that we're now left with B and C, right?
Yes. So the one with the next highest vote?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Should, by necessary implication, through the Electoral Commission, should be made to fill the vacancy.
So this would be at the party level?
No, in this case, I made 2 main proposals. One addresses a situation where the member of parliament represented a political party. In that case, the political party, in my view, should be given, through constitutional amendment, the opportunity to fill the vacancy straightforward without need for by-election. In the second case, here you have a situation where the member of parliament is an independent member of parliament. My view, respectfully, is that in that case, the second biggest or most popular candidate based on the election results should fill the vacancy.
What if that candidate who has joined the majority or is
then
it goes to the other person?
I mean, it's
so that answers the question.
That's my respectful view. People are entitled to disagree.
So that if you so 2 things: if a member of parliament passes on or is no longer able to perform his role, there is need for a by-election. Instead of run what we do, where we see all that criminal violence and money that goes into it, let us rather have the political party replace the person on their ticket so there is not so much drama. Alternatively, if the occupant of the seat is an independent candidate, as we do have about 3 of them, what we would have is that let us have the next person who had the highest votes to replace.
There are people who would argue introduce internal incoherence and all of that. But look, the Constitution, once the Constitution says something is lawful, you cannot say that it is unlawful or it is unfair. You can argue unfairness and all of that. But that's my view. But there is also the possibility that we might say that even in the case of independent members of parliament, what should happen is that, well, there are 2 sides in parliament. So you have the NDC, MPP, majority, minority. Even if you have CPP, PNC, and all these other parties in there, ultimately they go and move towards one side, as we have.
They ought to sit with the side in Parliament.
With that, then it comes back to the question. So then why not allow that side? So even the person was sitting with the majority, so let the majority people decide through their whatever it is who should come in as a replacement if the person is an independent member of parliament. You understand? So there can always be a way of addressing. What I'm saying is mine is not gospel, right? It's my view. You are entitled to disagree, and we are to refine discussions like this so that we get to a point where we can dispense with this whole waste of our resources, people leaving their offices, not doing what they should be doing, and are sitting there. You are chief executive of this particular institution. So many troubles there. DCEs who should be cleaning up Accra today, they are there. Assemblymen. They say, "Oh, Charlie, if you don't
Regional
go there,
ministers,
they are there.
left their regions to
I mean, what kind of embarrassment is that? Because we don't care as a people.
Well,
and
Kakra
nobody
has
is
more
angry
information
enough.
for us, but let me bring you some comments, or if Kakra wants to help us with that.
Sure. So, this is a long one. The USA midterm elections have shown us that people vote on issues, and issues change with time. So, what happens if the situation changes years after the MP who died? Should we still automatically vote for that party? Our own 137 plus 137 plus 1 era has taught us a valuable lesson. By-elections are essential to keep governments in check. Scrapping them would only amount to a dangerous democratic handshake between the major parties, one that undermines accountability and weakens democracy. Let's not go down that path. This person did not send their name. Good morning, Mr. Kuda and team. Please, these are the facts. One, we the citizenry, including all of you, hype politicians and elections. See how much time, money and other resources you have dedicated to this by-election and others. Maybe we all enjoy it as if it were a game. However, those closer partakers reap the full monetary benefits. Two, by-elections will always be intense because it is an examination of the performance of the current administration. So indeed, the politicians will throw in their role. And three, democracy for an economy like ours is not helping the masses. I look forward to the day that we will recognize this. And this is coming from Kofi in Tema.
Okay. So we would get back to some of your messages. In the meantime, some important pieces of announcement for you, and it is that when it comes to business trips, you need to travel, and that travel that fits your schedules. Fly Emirates to Beijing. Godfred will help me. Shanghai, Guangzhou, Hangzhou, or Shenzhen. Shenzhen. You know what it is, right? So the Chinese mainland, with the convenience of daily flights from Accra via Dubai. On board, you can relax in comfort with world-class hospitality, explore up to 6,500 channels of entertainment, stay connected. Free Wi-Fi is available. Get more from your business travel with Emirates, your travel gateway to Chinese mainland. Fly Emirates, fly better. And when you buy any, yes. Did I get something?
Yes.
Let me see.
You see zoo. If you see the ZHO, it's Joe.
Joe.
It basically means country.
Oh, so Hangzhou.
Hangzhou.
Oh, let me see one. Oh, Guangzhou.
Guangzhou.
Guangzhou is in the Guangdong province. Guangzhou.
So don't
so Guang country.
And he sticks entirely. So Guangzhou, Hangzhou.
Not Guangzhou and no.
Guangzhou.
Just recognize the ZHOU at the end. Anytime you say it's Joe.
Joe, okay. Yes. Guangzhou.
No.
Guangzhou.
The rest, yes, it's Guangzhou, yes. Don't sing it.
Hangzhou. Guangzhou, okay. Guangzhou. I have to go to Guangzhou.
Go.
I'll go to Guangzhou. Guangzhou and Guangzhou. Guangzhou. Now, if you return from Guangzhou and you want to buy anything, it has to be the very best. Diamond 42.5 grade cement, highest quality cement on the Ghanaian market. See, we've been around for the past 25 years. We've been putting smiles on the faces of homeowners, block makers, supported numerous constructions. We have the highest quality brand that's rated green by the EPA. 32.5 out grade is there as well. More affordable, great value for your pocket. So anytime you have to buy cement, go for Diamond Cement. We are number one. Locators, we are across the country. Our factories are in Takrady, Aplau, and Buepe. 0540 978 is the number to call. Diamond Cement is still as hard as a diamond. And once again, come and experience friendship and camaraderie between the judiciary and the legislature on the 5th of September, 3 days from now, at the University of Ghana Stadium. This is aimed at promoting national unity, okay? So you see some of your favorite government officials display their football skills like never before. And then the second game, that will be at 6 p.m. Kickoff is at 6 p.m. It will be between Accra Hearts of Oak and the Citi rival, Accra Great Olympics. Please come around. It's 20 CD regular, 200 CD VIP. It includes assorted drinks with all you can eat finger foods. Call 020-6066-833. KGL Group Democracy Cup, One Nation, One Vision.
And Caleb, discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. Enjoy the classic Piva Cola flavor. Perfect fit anytime. How about a fruity adventure? Try our delightful Piva orange fruit drink, packed with recognized citrus flavor. Craving something exotic? Piva Cocktail Fruit Drink brings the tropics to you. And for a sweet and juicy treat, grab our grapefruit drink. And don't miss out on the refreshing Piva Tangy Fruit Drink, bursting with tangerine flavor. So Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, and Piva Tangy. Grab yours today. Available at your local store, or you can call 0550 032 231. Piva Beverages, a taste you love. Hello, beautiful people of Ghana. Flying on an African World Airlines just got better with Omni Basic Bank. Visit any of our branches near you to book and pay for your Africa World Airlines tickets. For more information, call 030 708 6000 or 080 010 0790. Have a beautiful day. Omni Basic Bank, not just another bank.
So we'll take a very quick break. When we are back, we'll turn our attention to the judiciary and the fallouts occasioned by the removal of the former Chief Justice Gertrude Araba Esaba Saki Tokono.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Luckiest everywhere for everyone.
This year is going to be sweet. I don't just feel it, I know it, because the Luckiest Season 3 is back.
And I'm about to show you how to grab your golden ticket. Just dial *712# and follow the prompts to purchase your ticket. Or go to theluckiestafrica.com, hit community tickets, and pick your lucky number.
Or let the system do its magic. Choose how much you want to spend from 1 to 5,000 Ghana cedis. You can even buy a ticket for someone else. Be someone's hero. Payment? Easy. Mobile money in Ghana or card if you're international.
One ticket can turn one CD into 500 times more. That's maths we love. Or your community could win 10 times more. So let's get lucky together because luck is everywhere.
Play responsibly. Not for persons under 18 years. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Do you know what that is? It's the sound of me looking into my Nido 23 grams promo sachet for a code so I can win in the Nido Opatampamo promo.
Yes, the promo is back again. Bigger and better.
Become one of the 5 lucky winners of a fully paid family getaway in Nido's Opatampamo promo. Look inside your Nido 23-gram promo sachet for a code and dial *380*11# and follow the prompts for a chance to win big at Dipa Shimwampa. Nido, your love, their future. This advert is FDA approved. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. T's and C's apply.
Hello?
Yeah, hello, Sammy.
Yo, bro.
What's happening?
Why? What happened?
Charlie, my family just called me. They said the rains are chipping and eroding my house.
Ah, wait, which house?
The one I just built.
Your dream family house?
Charlie, the rains are destroying it. Oh, my hard work, eroding my brew.
Building dreams requires more than just materials. It demands a robust partnership. Introducing Gassam's new EcoCool cement, made to build your desired property while prioritizing eco-friendliness and sustainability. EcoCool guarantees great quality and sustainability with every bag. By choosing Gassam EcoCool, you are not merely selecting cement, you are investing in a sustainable nation. Today, make the sustainable choice. Gassam, the nation builder.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is City 97.3.
Also known as a buster, always talking about what he wants and just sits on his broke ass. So no, I don't want your number. No, I don't wanna give you mine, and no, I don't wanna meet you nowhere. No, don't want none of your time, and no, I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging on the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. Checking me, but his game is kinda weak, and I know.
All right, so it's 56 after 8, 97.3 City FM. I'm Caleb Kuda here with Godfred Akoto Boafo, Francisca Kakra-Fawcett, Richard Delaska. And I have something in my hands that I'm going to, the lawyers like to say, I have in my hands something. So, Kaka, what do I have in my hands? Which one is this one? What's it called?
You have the warrant for the removal of the CJ.
So this is the warrant for the removal of the CJ. It reads thus: Republic of Ghana, now therefore know ye all men that I, John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana, in pursuance of the said Article 1469, do hereby remove the said Chief Justice, Justice Gertrude Araba Esaba Saki Tokono, from the office of Chief Justice and Justice of the Supreme Court with effect from the date hereof. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand and caused the presidential seal to be affixed at Accra 1st of September 2025. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we've been talking to a wide range of persons having reactions following this development. And so Professor Kojo Appiah J. Echia is a professor of law at the University of Ghana School of Law, and he's been speaking to us on this particular outcome. So let's bring you excerpts of that conversation. Later on Point of View, we had some guests. We'll bring you some of their perspective, and we'll continue the conversation from there.
I would say that the constitutional process was duly followed from the time the petition was received, consultation with the Council of State, the setting up of the committee, the decision made by the committee today, the announcement by the president. I think all followed constitutional due process, if I can say.
Okay. Now, but when it comes to the process, one of your colleagues, I mean, when I say colleagues in the legal profession, the former deputy AG Kwenka has said to me earlier that you can follow the constitution but follow it with mischief, and he believes that that's what has happened this time around. And so the constitution is simply being used to execute a political agenda. I know you are not a political person, at least that's not what we're speaking to you about legal issues. The two issues that are being put out there now, how would you deal with it if you were in charge? Would you say that the Chief Justice has been afforded all the room to defend herself, and to the extent that that has been afforded her, we cannot say there was vindictiveness as the NPP side is claiming?
Well, I think that there's one thing to have the constitution and then one thing to discuss if the constitutional provisions relating to the steps and procedures for the removal of the Chief Justice is correct or meets the minimum threshold, and therefore it's important. It's an important step guaranteed in the Constitution to ensure the independence of the judiciary. I think that is where, in my opinion, it falls short a little bit, and so in that respect, it's one thing to say that the constitutional due process was followed, but I think that because of the gaps in there, it makes room for it gives room for abuse, and so in that sense, I think that the fact that the Constitution says so doesn't necessarily make the Constitution right, and I think that is why some have argued for necessary revisions in the Constitution, and some of us make such positions before the Constitution Review Committee to be able to consider such changes to ensure that it doesn't violate the minimum threshold to guarantee the independence and the sanctity of the judiciary.
So you are of the school of thought that thinks that the CJ's removal should be made as stringent as the removal of the president?
Probably so, but at least it has to go to a level, and I think that as it stands now, it's very loose, even weaker than that for the removal of the justice of the Superior Court. But this is the highest office of the judiciary, and therefore that guarantee or that protection of that office should be properly put in place, the necessary structures and strictures put in there to ensure that it's not taken advantage of by any government.
But we seem to lose sight of the fact that the first test of a case like this is to go to the Council of State, which is by law supposed to be an independent constitutional creation, which is supposed to be bipartisan by all standards under the provisions that sets it up. Should we not be satisfied that such a council can do a thorough job, and that if that council makes a recommendation, it is a truly bipartisan and unbiased council, and to the extent that it does so, we should trust that it is a neutral process?
Well, I mean, definitely the Council of States is a respected institution guaranteed and provided in the Constitution, but its independence has been questioned in a number of situations. Moreover, it doesn't, I wouldn't say it has all the competence to deal with judicial cases of this nature and magnitude. And in some jurisdictions, they have a judicial council or committee that is rather given such powers to ensure that members of such council or committee will be people of proven competence in the judiciary or in the with experience at the bar and so on, who can really make a determination that cannot be faulted. So while I don't doubt the integrity of the Council of States, the fact that its independence has been questioned, and it seems to, even when they give a decision that the president doesn't like, he's not bound by it and so on. There have been calls for the removal of the Council of State from the Constitution, and so I will not place much power or much weight on what the Council of State or what they did in the process, which therefore can say that it makes the process fair to the extent that one would expect from to determine the removal of the justice of the Chief Justice from her position.
That was Professor Kojo Apieje Chia speaking to Umaru Sanda earlier following the removal of Justice Chief Justice Gertrude Arba Esaba Tokonu there. Earlier, there were questions about whether or not the removal means that she's only been taken off the role as Chief Justice, whether or not she can return to the bench as a Justice of the Supreme Court. But I think the warrant I read earlier kind of explains it, does it not?
Yes, it makes the, so if you could read it again,
Yes.
it makes the clear reference to her removal as Chief Justice and also a Justice of the Superior Court.
Yeah. So let me just go to the second line. I do hereby remove the said Chief Justice, Justice Gertrude Arba Esaba Tokonu from the office of Chief Justice and Justice of the Supreme Court with effect from the date hereof.
Yes. So there are those who belong to a different argument that will perhaps be in disagreement with Professor Chia's argument that she may return to her role as a justice of the Superior Court. It takes you back to Article 146 that lays out the commencement of the process to remove a justice of the Superior Court. The wording does not make a reference to removal of the Chief Justice per se, but it makes a reference to the removal of the Justice of the Superior Court. Okay. Yes, and so that's where some will have, in the interpretations that will be given, there will be a difficulty in saying that she's just being removed as CJ and may continue her role as a Justice of the Superior Court.
Wow. Will she then be entitled to the emoluments of Article 71 office holders?
I'll leave that for Sky to answer. But just as Sky
I don't
has
think
sat
that is
down,
the issue right
I
now.
think I think that I need
I'm
to
just curious.
say, because earlier Richard Sky, my learned senior, talked about wearing black. And that's the more reason I'm doing
You're
it.
also in black.
I'm not in black, not in solidarity or in. That's
But
not
you're on
to
legal
say that-
vacation.
So you are not solidarizing with
That's
that.
not to say that I am pleased about her removal, but
Right.
I've been wearing black since yesterday because personally I'm bereaved. Yes, I lost my grandma, and that's why I'm in black. Yes.
Condolences.
My deepest condolences. But don't worry, you don't have to answer to anybody else.
Well, Sky, you are mourning.
Yes,
full-time.
I'm mourning. I'm mourning because I feel that we have decapitated the head of the judiciary under unacceptable circumstances. I believe that the whole thing it's a mockery of justice in my respective view.
Because they said
and I say this without disrespecting the brilliance and the authority and the pedigree of people who sat on this particular
you have Justice Pullman
and came out with a report. Their competence is not in doubt. They have their own weaknesses and strengths. But I believe that if you put everything around this particular case together, the trajectory of how it came to be and where it is today, I have very little doubt in my mind, if there is one at all, that this was not justice done, this was not due process, and I believe that in the fullness of time.
Sky, did they follow the constitutional requirement as laid down for the removal
I
of
have
a
said
justice
here
of the
ad
Supreme Court?
nauseum that in my respectful view, the constitutional provisions may have said that, do A, B, C, D.
Yeah.
But in my respectful view, that's not what they did. And I argue that, first of all, this whole process was bereft of any constitutional, sanctity or authority, because we did not have a CI telling us what, constitutes, for instance, stated misbehavior. That this is what should qualify as incompetence.
So I have, for example, key findings behind Chief Justice Tokonu's removal. We have a news card out there, Citi Channel 1 TV.
No, I will come to that.
Yes.
There are three basic things that they said they found.
Yes.
The first one, okay, let me...
So, unlawful expenditure of public funds. The committee held that the Chief Justice caused the Judicial Service to pay travel expenses for her husband and daughter during private holiday trips in 2023, including per diem allowances. This, the report stated, was an avoidable and reckless dissipation of public funds. That's number one. Number two, abuse of discretionary power. The committee found that her handling of the transfer of one Mr. Bading breached Article 296A and B of the Constitution, describing the act as misbehavior. And then number 3, interference in judicial appointments. The report also noted that she sought to bypass the established process for nominating justices of the Supreme Court, contrary to precedent set in the Ghana Bar Association case. The committee concluded this amounted to misbehavior.
You see, with the greatest respect, I think the committee has not just done justice in this particular case. I think I say this with all the respect I can command, that they went to do their own thing. In my respectful view.
Is that the case?
The reason I'll explain why.
That's a serious point.
And the position I'm taking is consistent with something I had said before when Charlotte Osei was removed. I sat on, Citi TV at the time, and I advanced a number of points as to why I thought that the process that was used at that time was equally defective. Now, you have listed the 3 main points that founded the removal of the Chief Justice of the Republic. Transfer of an officer of the Judicial Service. The Chief Justice was exercising, as we understand it, her administrative authority to effect a transfer for whatever reason. Now, we do know that if administrative decisions are made and a person aggrieved says that, look, I found problem with the decision that has been made by my boss or a person who has some control over me, there is a process for addressing that. If you look at the provisions of the Constitution, for instance, if there's a claim that my human rights has been affected by that transfer, the proper remedy will come under Article 33 of the Constitution. When you combine that with the the national, the labor laws of our country, you can see proper remedy at the High Court, where you go and argue that, your rights have been decimated by the Chief Justice of the Republic. You think that, under Article 33, your rights have been breached and all of that. It is for that court to make a determination whether or not, properly so-called, something wrong or right has been done. And that is, in my respectful view, is not a matter that a committee set up by the president should be looking into for purposes of removing a Chief Justice.
You think it's frivolous?
I think it is at best, it's unfortunate. It is unfortunate. And let me add to what I have said. You see, if you look at what did the committee say? The committee said that the Chief Justice breached Article 296 of the Constitution. Now, in my respectful view, we have 2 justices of the Supreme Court there, but they were not sitting as the Supreme Court of the Republic. We have a former Auditor General there.
Yes.
We have a military officer there.
Yes.
And we have a University of Ghana lecturer.
Yes.
But all of their wisdom put together will not rise to the wisdom of the Supreme Court of the Republic of Ghana. If you read the Constitution, Article 2 combined with Article 130 of the Constitution clothe the Supreme Court with the authority to determine what is a breach of the Constitution.
So it doesn't take the committee to determine that. It should be rather the Supreme Court.
It does not. So they,
you
by
have 2
sitting...
justices of the Supreme Court, though.
Please, I'm making a technical legal argument.
I'm
that
following you.
Regardless of the wisdom they command, which I do not dispute, the pedigree they command, which I do not dispute, in my respectful and humble view, they do not amount to the highest constitutional court of the land as to make a determination of fact that there has been breach of the Constitution and therefore a person has got to be removed from office. Because when it comes to determining whether or not there has been a breach of the Constitution, it's a mandate squarely and solely reserved for the Supreme Court of the Republic. Now they, in the letters in circulation, we are told, determine that there has been a breach of the Constitution and therefore the Chief Justice be removed from office. In my respectful view, I think they exercise a jurisdiction they do not have or did not have.
So in this case, what's the remedy? It's the end of
No,
the
that's
story,
just the
isn't it?
first leg of my argument.
Oh,
I'll make three main.
there are a number of them.
No, I'll make three main points.
Okay.
So, in my respectful view,
yes,
if there's a question of breach of the Constitution,
yeah,
it was not for the committee to determine. It was a matter to be determined by the courts. Let the Supreme Court say that, oh, we think that on the facts, there has been a breach of the Constitution, and we'll see the consequences that flow from that. I make this point well aware that there have been consistent breaches over the years by all kinds of public officials. We've seen decisions of the Supreme Court say that the president violated the Constitution. In the case of Domelevo, for instance, Yao Domelevo, the former Auditor General, we're told President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo violated the Constitution. Was he removed from office? In the case of Speaker Doa Jaho, we're told by the Supreme Court that he violated the Constitution where he decided that he was not going to swear the oath of office of president when he performed the functions of president
so
of the
there's
Republic.
evidence in the past that a breach of constitution has not necessarily led to the removal of an authority in a public office.
So the point I'm making is, beyond that point,
yes,
it was not within the mandate of the committee to determine what is constitutional or otherwise.
Okay,
that's
so
my first
that's
point.
the first point.
Now, the second point that I make has
Yes.
to do with what do you call it?
The travel?
The travel. The travel.
With the husband and daughter.
The travel
and
with
the
the
per
husband.
diem. And they say it amounts to, there was an English they used. They said it's avoidable and reckless dissipation of public funds.
Yes. So, again, when there has been, what do you call it? An administrative expenditure.
Yes.
Which, for some reason, is found to be unreasonable or
Inappropriate.
reckless or whatever, inappropriate. In my respectful view, the legal regime that deals with that is the public PFMA, was it Public Financial Management Act. Under Section 7, it talks about who is a spending officer responsible for, expenditure and related matters, and whose job it is to ensure that expenses done in the name of the state by a covered entity follow due process of law, right? And where there is failure to comply, the law provides specific remedies you can find under sections 96 and 97.
This is the PFMA.
Where you can surcharge in appropriate cases, and where there is a criminal element involved, you can also prosecute.
Okay.
Right. Now, the question you should ask yourself is, the committee goes and says that, oh, we have found that, merely flying with your husband and your wife, your child, amounts to reckless expenditure. With the greatest respect, where within the ambit of this particular provision can we say that we can situate their finding?
Per diem allowances for the husband and daughter.
Exactly. The point I'm making is that where it is determined, so it would have been the auditors who would have found that A, B, C, D was done, it was not done properly. So what do?
They search
the person that, oh, you have not, you ought not have benefited. We see that all the time. Public Accounts Committee is sitting now, right? People go before them and they are surcharged that, no, you go and do A, B, C, D, you have to pay back and all
Maybe
of that.
Because this is the head of the judiciary, the standards are
I
higher
am
for
saying
them.
that, you see, they sat there respectfully as people who were seeking to enforce the provisions of our Constitution. And I'm saying that when they talk about reckless expenditure, within what law? I have not seen the full report. We've just been told by what is in circulation that they made a recommendation to the effect that there was reckless expenditure. So within the ambit of the law, as we know it, that governs public expenses, where do we situate their finding? They determined that there was reckless expenditure, and I'm saying that even within the law, if you are found to have used resources in a way not toward, what you do is what? They cause you to refund in appropriate cases. If there is criminal intent established, then you can be prosecuted for specific things. On the facts, There is nothing like that.
So this is not enough grounds for the removal from
in
office,
my
you
respectful
argue.
view.
And then your last point, I'm sure, will be that of the interference in judicial appointments.
No, that's not.
Okay.
That's also an incidental
It's also
point.
one of them. Okay.
There was one other thing that they said.
Which is the third point?
Which said that yes, they said the president, the chief justice,
yes,
wrote to the president then,
yes,
and asked for certain people to be appointed. With the greatest respect, again, it comes back to the point about whether there is a breach of the constitution.
Let me just provide the information on that. It says the report also noted that she sought to bypass the established process for nominating justices of the Supreme Court, contrary to precedent set in the Ghana Bar Association case. The committee concluded this amounted to misbehavior.
Look, that comes within Article 144 of the Constitution, right? And I was in court on a matter having to do with such appointments.
Right.
If you read the Ghana Bar consolidated case, which is Sky and some other people, I was in court about the procedure for appointments like that. And I took the view that the current arrangement doesn't serve the purpose that it was meant to serve. So let us create a regime consistent with the provisions of the Constitution that would ensure that we have a certain fairness, meritocracy and related matters in the process. Look, the Supreme Court came out with a decision. That decision, which I just referenced, does not say that where someone, is supposed to be consulted and the person expresses an opinion, that should be grounds for removal.
Okay.
Hold on, please.
I'm listening to you.
The court basically told us that this is what you do if you want to appoint a person to the Supreme Court. Right? Follow this procedure. The president should do A, B, C, D. Nowhere in that decision is it stated that, if the Chief Justice of the Republic or maybe the Council of State writes a formal letter to the president to say that, in our view, as part of the consultation process, we think that, Caleb Kuda should be appointed a member of the Supreme Court. Then you go and file an action and say that, because the Council of State made a recommendation, they have breached the Constitution. I find that, it's so unfortunate because, as we speak, who has determined that the Chief Justice has breached the Constitution? The committee, in their view. And as I've stated much earlier, regardless of all the wisdom they have, which I defer to, which I respect, they do not rise to the level of a properly constituted Supreme Court of the Republic to determine that, on this matter, merely by writing to the President of the Republic, which is not even binding, per the decision of the Supreme Court in the Ghana Bar case and my case for that matter, which is not even binding. You are saying that, they breached the Constitution and therefore the Chief Justice breached the Constitution and therefore let's remove her from office.
Right.
I find that particularly troubling.
So, concern I have is when I listen to the procedure established in the Constitution for the removal of the Chief Justice, it's not as rigorous as that of, say, the President or the Speaker of Parliament. So you need 2/3 majority in Parliament in order to start an impeachment process against the President. Same for the Speaker. Now here you have the
Speaker is much.
Speaker as well.
3/4, I think.
A quarter, fine.
3/4.
3/4,
Yeah,
okay.
my memory
But
serves
in
me
the
correct.
case of the leader of the judiciary, then you write a petition to the president. It is forwarded to the Council of State. They determine a prima facie against you, send it back to the president. The president sets up a committee to probe the matter, and if they establish that the prima facie case is grounds enough for you to be sacked, then the president, as it were, approves the recommendation, and that is it. That's it for the removal of the seat.
Yeah, because
that's it.
Look, I don't think that
Did I get that right?
Yes. So the president, in my respectful view, and this is consistent with the point I've made in the past, the president hasn't done anything wrong by saying, I've removed you, because the Constitution says that if the committee says that remove the person, you remove the person. So they go to the president and say that we have said I remove the person. What would the president do? The president would simply remove the person. But you see, my argument is based on putting everything together. putting everything together, I am not persuaded
that there
has been
grounds
justice done
for the removal,
or that there has been due process.
Okay.
And I must say this because
yeah.
I know some people are running around saying that, oh, this guy something about, Charlotte say in the past. Look, if you go and listen to that video, the very points that I'm making today, I'm basically restating those points. In the case of Charlotte Osei was removed because we were told that, they said she had breached the procurement. I stated publicly
there's still
that, look,
remedy.
I mean, if there is, the remedy provided by the law. It's not that you remove the person, because in any case, at the level of criminal liability, it is not about whether we think that, you have breached and therefore we should remove. No.
Sky, let me just ask you this question. You see, what beats my mind then is that
I said in that particular case that it was a matter for the court to determine.
Fantastic.
And that if you want to prosecute, go and prosecute. If there is a finding of guilt, then you can use that as basis to say that there has been stated misconduct.
So this morning, your argument, which you've made very forcefully, is that all the points we have come to know which forms grounds for the removal of Chief Justice, it's not convincing for you, it's not substantial. In any case, there are remedies that could have been used to address them. Fine. Now, we have seen situations in the past where there have been attempts to petition, or there have been petitions to have justices of the Supreme Court removed, and we've had the judiciary, as it were, support their own, such that such petitions have not traveled their full course for us to get to where we are today. We've had two senior justices of the Supreme Court on this committee. And I get the point you make that, okay, fine, their expertise, their wisdom notwithstanding, it couldn't come to a set and established panel of the Supreme Court, blah, 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 blah. But what is it so wrong that the judiciary justices won't stand by their own? I'm struggling to get it.
Well, I cannot be a soothsayer to go into the minds of the justices and the members of the judicial whatever to determine why they may or may not have spoken clearly. But you see, the majority, even if the thinking is that the majority has taken a decision and therefore we should go with it, it's not always right. The people of Ghana did not vote for President John Mahama to come back and sort of create situations like that, in my respectful view, undermine the rule of law. Because I take the view strongly that, look, if you want to remove a Chief Justice from office, when we see what amounts to stated misbehavior, we should know it.
It must be obvious to all.
We should smell it. Let's say, for instance, the Supreme Court, under our rules, has the capacity to be constituted by one judge. Let's say, for instance, the Chief Justice of the Republic is presiding over matter having to do with divorce, and some consequential orders or some interim orders have to be made. In this case, the Chief Justice constitutes herself into a judge to preside over that matter and give specific orders regarding a matter currently pending before the court. And maybe the Chief Justice has something to do with one of the parties, maybe the people fighting to go on to have their divorce, and then maybe they have an amorous relationship.
That is the justice and
exactly, they have been seeing each other, doing all kinds of things.
That
and
one is more obvious.
You see, that is. And that is like you can smell it when you come close to it.
I get your point. I have a message for you though.
Hold on. But where they say, somebody has moved somebody from this place to the other place, and therefore we should remove. It is an administrative matter.
We're running out of time. We have some interviews to run. Good morning, Caleb and team. In my respected view, I believe Richard Sky is wrong. His assertion that the former CJ has been hounded out of office wrongly is not just laughable but very dangerous. Nobody's above the law, even the CJ, even the president. And an elected official is liable to being impeached. His interpretation of the law is flawed in many respects and totally unacceptable. Eddie Queno, EBA,
what has he said that responds to the substantial issues?
So
and just quickly for me, I'm not going to have a position as to this subject, but for me, ordinarily, the investigation and subsequent removal of somebody of such a high office as the CJ would have signaled that indeed there's rule of law in this country, and it would have shown transparency and accountability. The exception is that in this country everything is riddled with politics. So it becomes difficult to know whether indeed there's due process, there's all,
because you can even pursue due process and still achieve your political ends,
or whether there's a political interest at hand.
You know it. Look, a typical example, Daniel Domelevo.
Sky, we are wrapping up.
Daniel
we are out of time.
He's a fine man.
We'll take a break here.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Hey, so what goes into building quality structures? I mean, literally, what goes into it? Wujaf, you don't want to be sitting here somewhere worrying whether or not you did a really good job. It'd be very simple equation. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, massa, forget it. Don't start cry. Menye, diamond cement has been providing builders, block makers, and construction companies that peace of mind for years. Diamond cement is 42.5 R grade cement. Unbeatable quality made right here in Ghana. And because we have your pocket in mind, we provide 32.5 R grade so that everybody gets your own. No long talk, Jack. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, don't start. Locate Diamond Cement Ghana Limited nationwide with factories in Aflao, Takrade, and Buipe, or call 0244-313-368 or 0540-111-978 or 0202-021-175. Diamond Cement, still as hard as a diamond.
Do you know what that is? It's the sound of me looking into my Nido 23 grams promo sachet for a code so I can win in the Nido Opatampamo promo.
Yes, the promo is back again. Bigger and better.
Become one of the 5 lucky winners of a fully paid family getaway in Nido's Obatampa Mo promo. Look inside your Nido 23-gram promo sachet for a code and dial *380*11# and follow the prompts for a chance to win big at Dipashimwampa. Nido, your love, their future. This advert is FDA approved. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. T's and C's apply.
If you know these sounds, you didn't just live through the 90s. You lived the experience. Back then, connection took minutes. Today, it takes a blink. You express yourself with memes. You hold video calls across continents. You say hey to an AI who responds,
"Hello, Kwame."
You order rides, dinner, and dreams all from the palm of your hand. A lot has changed, so have we. For over 3 decades, EcoBank has evolved with you, leading digital banking in Ghana and across 33 African countries, pioneering solutions built around how you live, move, and dream today. From our express points to EcoBank Pay, online banking, and the mobile app, we are where you are. Here for today, ready for tomorrow. Now, that's change. Powered by EcoBank.
EcoBank, a better way to bank your way. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is City 97.3.
It's 32 after 9, 97.3 City FM, the City Breakfast Show. I am Caleb Kuda. Listen, it's sold out. This is Ghana is officially sold out. If you're a vendor, an exhibitor, you are looking forward to participating, you dropped your name, you didn't register, well, the door is closed. It's all sold out now. But to all patrons, those of us who will be going there to buy one item and another and more, absolutely free for all of us. Remember, there's going to be great jam from Inchinchin Band as well as Kwampa. All of that. Plus so many grills, a lot of drinks, great time, Ghanaian innovations, everything Ghana is happening at This is Ghana this very weekend. And guess who is in the studio with us today? Listen, those of you who are in enterprise, you are in MSME level, There is a Ghanaian institution, yes, called the Ghana Enterprises Agency. And there is a big man from there. He's responsible for operations. Deputy CEO. Oh, no, you are Deputy CEO. Please come close. Prince Idrisu Mohammed.
Mahmoud.
Oh, sorry. Prince Idrisu Mahmoud. Yeah. So you are the Deputy CEO in charge of operations at the Ghana Enterprises Agency. Yes. Prince, it's good to see you. You're welcome to our studio.
Thank you very much.
It's a morning that we've been very heated talking about a lot of legal things.
So. Enjoying it.
But now let's talk about enterprise. Yeah. What is the Ghana Enterprises Agency? What are you all about?
Okay, so good morning to your cherished listeners and your good self and the team. Sure, so when you hear Ghana Enterprises Agency, this is formerly known as National Board for Small Scale Industries. So formerly NBSSI.
Oh, NBSSI is now Ghana
Enterprises Agency.
So NBSSI is what we got to know about so much when there was COVID.
You
were sharing the money, you know. That is you people.
It was Ghana Enterprise Agency, not Prince Mahmoud.
No, I mean your institution, NBSSI. Yeah. Now you are Ghana Enterprises Agency. Wonderful.
Yeah, so the Ghana Enterprises Agency is responsible, or to start with, the GEA is the lead government agency.
Right.
That's the apex government agency responsible for promoting and developing MSMEs in Ghana.
Oh, sir.
Yes, and we do this through financial and non-financial services.
Wonderful.
So it's the bigger umbrella when it comes to MSME. And it is instructive for us to always remind ourselves that if you look at businesses in Ghana, for that matter, enterprises, 90% of enterprises fall within the MSME classification.
That's true. 90%.
Yes. So you have less than 10% forming the large companies.
Right.
And this 90% of our enterprises contribute 70% to our GDP.
Oh, you're kidding.
I'm telling you.
70%.
70% of
so when you take our economy, 90% is
our enterprises.
Enterprises.
Yes.
90% MSME. And in terms of its contribution to our GDP, 70%. Hey, then that's a gold mine.
Yes. So Ghana Enterprises Agency is the agency responsible to promote and develop the activities of
now you talked about the fact that you provide financial and technical support to these MSMEs so that they can thrive and do better.
So for instance, just before I come in there, apart from the local government system where we have the district assemblies, the regional coordinating council, the next government agency that is widespread across the country is Ghana Enterprises Agency.
Because you touch base with the MSMEs.
We have 228 district offices across the country.
No kidding. 228
district offices across the country.
228.
Yes, with 16 regional administrative offices in every region.
Wow.
So widespread, and we have the 228, it's made up of BACs and BRCs.
I know you're doing.
So when we say BAC, that is the Business Advisory Center.
I've seen some of those buildings around.
So and the BRC, those huge buildings you are seeing are BRCs.
Okay, that's
Business Resource Centers. They are also
Business Resource Centers.
They are also district offices. Okay. So the difference is this: the BAC only provides general business advisory services.
Okay.
Whilst you have the BRC serving as one-stop shop for all business-related activities. So those huge buildings you see as BRCs, you walk inside it, and depending on the location, you are supposed to find the Office of Registrar of Companies. The whole idea is to set up that building where anybody with a business idea or intention walks into and come out as a very certified business person.
Oh, so one of them is for ideation stage.
Yes.
And so another is for the one who's already on the ground. So BRC is the
Business Resource Center, which contains other business-related agencies, like the Office of Registrar of Companies, the FDA.
So once you go there, everything you need is sorted out.
So those ones are 67 across
67.
the country.
Okay.
And the remaining are BACs.
That's nice.
So
that's interesting.
That's how our structure looks.
So let me ask you a very practical question, right? I am running a business. It's 2 years. I'm certainly in the SME, MSME sector. If I walk into a BRC or a BAC, what do I get before I leave that place?
So BRC or BAC, either one you go in, basically you get the BDS services, that's business development services.
Right.
Our offices are manned or managed by business advisors.
Okay.
We have assistant business advisors, and senior business advisors.
That's right.
So depending on the district you find yourself, once you walk in, you get BDS services, where our officers are expected to guide you, one, in developing business proposals. If your business is not formalized, it is the responsibility of Ghana Enterprises Agency to help you in the formalization.
Okay, because you have ORC and all
because
those
you
there.
see the whole regulatory system sometimes is scary to
cumbersome.
a young person coming up with in a brofosemi there. And you know there's this misconception, katasem, me co register my company, I'll be paying taxes, blah blah. So GEA will take you through
the advantages of a registered
that.
business.
So for instance, most of our projects we run at GEA, if it's financial or non-financial, but if your business is not registered, sometimes you find it difficult doing business.
Next question: if I come to any of these places, do I pay our services?
Our services,
yes,
depending on what you are coming. So, for instance, if you come to get your business registered, there is a government fee that is charged by ORC.
Yes.
So that is what our people,
pay.
not you.
So
paying.
You don't charge me for your services.
Not at all.
But if
we rather facilitate,
fantastic, I like that
for you. So instead of you walking up and down to ORC to do it, the GEA staff will help.
Next question: you have a partnership between you and the Mastercard Foundation.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
So Mastercard Foundation has been one of the foundations that GEA has worked with in the past. We have. We have a couple of projects with them. We have currently running 2 big projects with Mastercard Foundation.
Tell us about them.
The biggest one is the Business in the Box project.
Business in the Box project,
which is partnering. This is Ghana. So it's actually the Business in the Box project under GEA partnering with Channel 1 and Citi.
That means that this weekend we will see the Business in the Box project.
Yes,
they will
and
be
our
there.
CEO is coming.
You don't mean it.
The whole leadership of GEA is coming to a Sutherland's Park.
I bet you piece.
Of course. So apart from the Business in the Box project we're running with Mastercard, we are also doing the Happy Project.
Happy Project.
Yes.
Is this the Agric one?
Yes, with Mastercard and Impact, Agri Impact.
Agri Impact.
GEA is implementing partner on the project. So the Business in the Box project is targeting to train a total of 270,000 young people.
270,000 young people across the country.
Yes.
Wow.
In every district.
In what?
Several trade areas. So we have, depending on the area, because the interest and the potentials of the districts. So we do livestock, we do cereal processing, we do shea butter processing, we do gari and cassava processing, we do poultry, we do piggery, we do fruit processing, and we do other form of food processing, and we do poultry, we do bead making. So under the Business in the Box, we have 3 components. We have the AA to E, which is agriculture, agribusiness to entrepreneurship. The whole idea is to train and equip young persons in area of agric and agriculture to turn them into entrepreneurs.
Lovely.
Then we have the A to E, which is apprenticeship to entrepreneurship. We train you in apprentice like tiling, hairdressing, electricals, name it. We train you and we start you up.
Wow.
So as part of the
when
project,
you say start us up, can you give us money?
No, so we give you the
equipment?
basic startup tools. So out of the 270,000 we are training, we'll be giving startup kits to 140,000.
Do you have space? Do you have space for more people to participate?
Yes, the project is ongoing and it's run up to 2027.
Oh, okay.
So as we speak, training is currently ongoing across the country for like 46,000
so 270,000 people.
Sure. And so far we've hit almost 120,000 of that. So
when are you starting the next one?
It's a continuous registration.
So
So once you register,
you can just register.
and once you register and your name, your data is in the system.
Okay.
At any point in time, we go into the system and pick data and work with.
Charlie,
but there
really
is
good.
so there is the age bracket. It's
And
minimum.
I'm sure you favor women too.
Yes, so I'll do that. We have a minimum of 15 years
15, okay.
to 35 years.
Yeah, it's always like that.
And we are doing 70% women. And 10% persons with disability.
Okay.
So the other 20 is free for all.
Brothers. Charlie, brothers, you have to look sharp. Charlie,
70%.
The
women.
playing ground, no. So
70%.
15 to 35. That's age bracket. And then 70% women, 10% persons with disability.
So 10% persons with disability is one area that we struggle to meet the numbers. Unfortunately for our brothers and sisters, most of them within that category normally are more than 35 years. Because
so do something about it.
So it's the foundation.
Oh, let them change that thing.
And it's an African policy. So
tell them in Africa, if you have disability,
maybe
35
they are listening to you.
Yes,
so
please, people, you have to help us here. If, increase it to 45 for the persons with disability.
So we're actually engaging
Please
them,
do.
but that's a decision they can't take in Ghana.
Call me,
here.
I'll come and add my voice to it for
it.
you.
So you get so many people within that bracket,
who are
yet
above.
they are above. And once you are above, it becomes difficult.
So
for
on Saturday and Sunday, when we come to This is Ghana, we come to the Business in the Box project.
So
what are we going to
Business
see?
in the Box project is presenting 25 exhibitors.
Come on. 25 exhibitors
for
amazing stuff.
This is Ghana trade show. And this 25, we've carefully chosen them. It cuts across trade areas from the beverages and to other services. One thing you can be rest assured with Ghana Enterprises NJC, especially when we present our MSMEs for exhibition, is that whatever, if it is beverages, if it's something that is edible, if it is something that is applicable to the human body, trust me that FDA certification. Because at GEA we help MSMEs to go through the certification of their products, and even sometimes we are project to have. We are privileged to have projects that even pay for those services for free for businesses.
You know what? Give me a number.
Okay.
So that those of us who want to be part of the 270,000, we can call you. And those who also want to have a sneak peek and ahead of the Business in the Box.
Okay, so the simplest thing.
Yes.
Once you want to be part of the Business in the Box, visit any of our district offices.
You have them all over.
228 across the country.
So you should go online. You search
GEA Bizbox Project.
Okay, Bizbox Project.
Yeah.
Okay.
Business in the Box. So BIZ.
Bizbox Project.
It's Business in the Box, and we've abbreviated it to Bizbox. So once you go to the portal, you are able to register regardless.
No, Prince Idrisu Mahmood.
Yes.
No, you're a big man.
Oui.
You're a big man.
I beg you.
And you are saying Saturday when we show up at the This is Ghana, we'll see your boss.
In fact, this morning when I was coming, my boss, Miss Margaret Ansay, popularly known as Mago. Yeah, so she's going to be there herself. And currently we are having the World Share Expo. In Tamale. We'll be having other programs with you in the northern sector, which is yet to come. So at least GEA is a proud partner and sponsor of This is Ghana project, and then we actually enjoying our relations with you.
It be so.
Yes.
It be so.
Yes.
I believe this is not the first time we're having this relationship.
Yeah, this is about the third time.
Why do you keep coming? You love what you're getting.
Okay, so the brand.
Yeah, man.
Citi Channel 1 is
relevant radio. No, it's
a huge brand.
Thank you.
And if you are to develop and promote MSMEs, you should be concerned about what's the access to markets.
Absolutely.
Was you can't train and start up people to produce, and you won't create access to market. So what you are doing literally is access to market, and that is what GEA we are interested in. Supporting our MSMEs to have such huge platforms to showcase. And you see, as such event, it is not only the products we are showcasing and probably the sales you make that day. The B2B engagement, the links, the huge, and on that day, what we want to do as GA is that we'll bring other staff who will break the the protocols, the huge or long bureaucracy. We are going to reduce the bureaucracy on that day to allow businesses to fraternize with our officers. You talk to them, they are able to guide you the kind of projects we have at GEA, whether it's non-financial or financial, so that you can
No, you're a sharp guy. Prince Idris Mahmood, you and your people at Ghana Enterprises Agency, you are doing amazing. So thank you for passing through, and thank you for supporting us.
Thanks for having us.
This is Ghana together.
Thanks for having us.
No, you're a correct guy.
Thank you.
Mr. DJ, Wamujumi Bina, Daddy Lumba Bueno, Yet bet me Meswana Miko. Then you don't want Yamana, Daddy Lumba Bueno, Aquanume, Anume, Memreswa, Namiko. Jumani, baby, I mean, Munyu, Papa Massamini. Mama Samana Walkeyo. Now I drop it. Jamabuama, bounce and on the message. Osama, you black the Jimabinge. Mabuama, bounce and on the message. Osama, you black the Jimabinge. So beating the flow onto ada sana some to da till is no ibina militio abra boy okon jerry akamenko enyi bi enyi yanko amotanya my school obochu ba so paddle no and so she Injumia, first day I'm at the Busia, Shazamina, Moshaya, Simeunda. Finally, DJ dropper, Namabuama, bounce and on the message. Osama, Upiaka de Jimabenge.
So there's exciting news, people. This is Ghana, the richest Sky and Francisca. Go for it. It is sold out.
Oh, really?
Yes. If you have any innovation, any service you want to exhibit at This is Ghana, unfortunately, if by this time you have not paid, you have missed the book of life.
Unless you can attend.
You can attend. You participate,
attend, but you cannot
come and exhibit.
Unless you pray that there should be a by-election.
It is finished. It is finished.
There's a bystand. Or a by-exhibition.
So what we have to do now is that on the 6th Saturday and Sunday, we are all going to the Ifo Sutherland Children's Park.
Yes.
So if you're a patron, if you're not vending, like Kakra will be vending, you and I, we Sky girlfriend, we will go and buy a shop, you know.
Oh, I'll be vending and buying as well.
You'll be vending and buying, fantastic. So as for the coming there, it is free of charge. Nobody will take you money. Just show up with your wallet loaded like a pregnant fish, full of money. Just don't come with dollars because BOG say we should chop the Ghana money. So we don't accept dollar. But you can come with your card, come with your Momo. You know, the MTN Momo people, they say they will set up everybody so there's enough to go around.
Oh, beautiful.
Whether cash or cashless. We encourage that cashless, but whatever you decide to do, there's everything you need to know, everything you need to have happening at This Is Ghana. But the excitement for me this morning is that we have so many Ghanaian enterprises that we don't have space for more any longer.
Yeah, that's what it is. I think, you know, we've been calling on people to come and do the needful, but people have been pussyfooting over this matter.
They have been doing what?
They have been pussyfooting. So, you know, it's all past now. So we like I said, you can only pray that there should be a buy exhibition, in which case somebody for some reason.
So we have to replace.
So, you know, but otherwise, Charlie, it is
finished.
I think what people should do going forward is finding the money to come and shop. If you have to go and borrow some money to shop for purposes of preparing for Christmas, please, you can do that. If you seriously want to set up a new business or an enterprise, and you have to go to the banks, get the right money, come there, buy all the things that you need.
You said something very important, shopping against the Christmas.
Yes.
That's true.
Yes.
Because Christmas is just around the corner.
About 3 months later.
November, December. And by that time, to the prices of things will shoot up.
Moving, and you know the dollar is beginning to misbehave against us.
It will behave again.
So if you
the dollar is showing stated misconduct.
in your if like I be you I will go get some money quickly, come and buy the thing. And use that to make money for myself. I think it's important that you find the money and get it done.
Very important. Very important.
Yes, like I said, I'm just happy to be there on Saturday.
Yeah, man.
I look forward to meeting
so many amazing people.
Amazing products. It's always good. The last time I attended something like this, I saw some very, very interesting products. I'll be visiting Tekura.
Yes.
Because I'm decorating somewhere. So
yes.
I'll come and check. Plus other stands as well to see what's up with them. So yeah, let's all meet at the first Atlas.
And the vendors, you have to come prepared because Citi listeners, when we go for shows and exhibition, we show big.
When you call the answer.
And we come in our might. So Tekura, are you ready for us?
We are ready for you.
Okay.
We are ready for you. I myself, I will be there.
Sharp.
I'm gonna wear comfortable shoes.
Sharp.
So everybody wear comfortable shoes. I'll be looking out for a lot of the share products, cosmetics. Then I remember we talked about one snack company. I'm interested in some of the indigenous snacks that have been nicely packaged. Yeah, so I mean, there's a lot to buy, and my pocket will be supported by my learned senior.
Scott, do you have a microfinance for junior colleagues and junior both learned and
I'm
associates?
No, I'm kidding.
Are you preparing?
But the point of
senior business.
You understand? Senior comes with responsibility.
Are you listening? No, but on the more serious note, what Sky said is important. It's good to plan your Christmas with This Is Ghana event, and so you want to put some money down so that you can get some things ahead of the Christmas.
Sharp.
Yeah.
Look sharp. There was something you wanted to.
No, I didn't have a pet peeve. The BCU thing. Somebody sent me a message, so I beg what the person says. It says the marking scheme. This one says, "Good morning. The marking scheme and grading system has been changed. We get this every year. Kindly get WAEC to explain this new system. Children and parents are really frustrated. Thank you."
Have they failed?
It looks like, Charlie, I'll tell you, I'm not the only one. Look at the second message. The BC results must be discussed.
Yes.
There's something strange and weird about this year's marking. WAEC must open up and tell Ghanaians how the marking and the grading was done. A lot of things do not make sense. Please bring up the issues this morning. Kofi and others. Look, we'll find time and get to the BC. But what we also need is a proper overview of the results and the
performance.
And WAEC normally does that very well. So I'm sure once they put it together, they will let us know, and then we can have a proper discussion. Right now, we are just talking out of personal experience. That's why I was saying that the people, that some of the people that have sponsored through school, the results that they brought, they have disappointed me. I need to find better students.
You need to whip them.
I want to lash somebody, but I also need explanation. I'm going to find out what I was thinking somebody will help me with what the PPPPP means.
They say it's pending.
But what is pending? That is SPPP. If the results are out
but
there,
the results are there, and they add P to it.
No.
It doesn't show at all.
It just shows PPPP.
It's pending.
It's pending. How? It's either the results are in or it is not in.
His is in traffic.
Pending, investigation.
What investigation? Again, after this. So, but I have a feeling a lot of people. It's one or two things. I don't normally think it's the marking scheme or something that has changed. The conversation none of us want to admit.
Yes.
That they were doing something.
No, it's that some of the kids are perhaps not performing the way we think they should perform. There is also that. They are
distracted.
I don't know about the distraction, but maybe we need to look at the teaching again and how the kids are, assimilating the education that is happening in the classroom. A lot of, because last year we had this conversation where parents felt like the system had been, toyed with.
Those in private schools.
And we got that a lot, But I'm just saying, Charlie, for now, one of my boys, the best result on the thing was 5.
Hey! Which subject is that?
Ga.
Even Ga.
That was his best result. He scored 5 in Ga, and then 8. Plenty me.
Yeah, but I mean, we know that we are monitoring the situation in the Akwetia constituency.
Absolutely.
We've said our piece about
keeping an eye on that.
But it's a process, the constitution says we must follow. So let's hope that the people there will behave and they will be responsible, and that at the end of the day we would have a peaceful outcome, and we know who the next member of parliament will be. And already, as we do know, they are already misbehaving.
Francisca Kakafo said, Godfred Akotoboa for Caleb Kuda. Thank you for spending your day with us on the morning. But keep your dial here. We've got you sorted for the rest of the day. We hold you down, bring you everything you need to know from the Akwetia by-election. Fred Tete Jamano, thank you so much. Producer extraordinaire Shiba Araba Beni Samuel Akom, thank you for holding us down. Edwin Kwal Kofi, Enoch Bosumutre, thank you for digital support. And to the best to ever do it, Abeku Udum, the richest man. Abeku Udum. No, you're the man. You're the man.
P5 and P6. I was scrappy something and I was between the children's coming out of the pot. But they were coming out of the pot. Being coffee, I tell them I'm about JSS. Make up in Tadroy. Coming to
So, in keeping with our comprehensive coverage of the Akwetia by-election, we'll cross over from number 11, Dr. Martin Loeb, to number 5, Oula Hansen Lane, our television studios for untrammeled analysis of the ongoing by-election. Caleb Kuda, good day.
Those in charge of risk